Ma. Ma.
Right, how have I ended up with the fucking wrong? Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
That looks all right. I mean, it's not particularly peaky.
No.
Nope,
Doesn't seem
nope.
to be. Doesn't seem to be.
I can hear a little bit of a hiss, but it's not like a mega hiss.
A little bit of interference.
What?
Interference.
Yeah, I think that's okay. I'm just gonna try. There's a compressor thing here to see if that does any compressioning. Compressing. Do you know what? I think last time I did this, the hiss ended up being on the actual the hearing side of things and not on the recording. So I don't know. They look pretty good. Those peaks look pretty peaky.
Pikachu.
No, I'm sure we're good. I'm sure we're good.
Pikachu, and I'm probably in shot. Hey, Jamie, are we
Jamie, are we in view here?
we in shot there?
Are we in good shot
Is it
here?
recording still?
Oh, we're recording.
Brilliant. After nearly 2 years of doing this, or
Still
not
don't know what
having
we're
done this, we may have managed to wire this up correctly. Can we just check which podcast this is?
Probably 22 and a bit.
22 and a quarter.
And a quarter.
Hogwarts Express.
Oh yeah, because we do still classify the one that was deleted
was banned
as a podcast that exists IRL,
Largin.
but not IRL, obviously.
But IRL.
I mean, there's actual videos on Largin, so it's not the first one we can go to.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it'll just say podcast whatever.
Playlists.
No, go to
Podcasts.
videos.
There you go. Because you
Okay.
no,
Yeah,
you have paid
because you're assuming
playlist.
that I've put it into a playlist.
You have.
No, I might not have done.
You have.
YouTube did it for
22
you.
was the last one with Paul Beachy.
Was it with Paul Beachy?
Yeah.
When was that? Was that 6 months ago?
Hell, that was ages ago.
Look, monetized still, despite everything.
That was exactly 6 months ago, according to YouTube.
Excellent. I feel like I'm very trebly. I might just turn me down a little bit treble-wise. Treble.
Come on. Want to go home at some point.
Jesus Christ. Right. Okay. Fuck. What?
What?
You made who cry?
Is ours cry?
Oh,
Aunt.
aunt.
Not her asshole.
Not her asshole. Made my ass cry.
I made my
mean,
ass cry.
There's some.
Dug nuts.
Just by hand.
Yeah, go on. Hand me. I want a donut. Do you want a donut? No. Okay.
No.
I'll think about them in a bit. Fuck me.
Welcome to Low Origin Podcast.
Welcome to
23.
welcome to the last ever unit podcast.
I thought you were winding up to say the last ever then.
The last ever
I was
podcast.
about to cry.
No, we'll do more podcasts. They'll probably be at my house or my unit or
Yeah, I was
your
gonna
house
say,
or someone's house.
The format of Zoom is just awful. You
I hate
kind
it.
of talk over each other. You
Yep.
don't get this vibe
Nope.
of chatting away with your mates.
Nope. You don't get
Just
this crystal clear audio.
I prefer it.
You prefer it?
Yeah.
It's just because you don't want to look at us two.
No, I do. I just don't want to drive
No.
2 hours up the
Well, yeah,
road.
that's very true. That's
Also,
very true.
Dan likes to turn his fucking camera off, if you noticed that. So this is Dan's version of turning his camera off IRL. He just puts his fucking pit vipers on and just like, I'm not
Yeah,
here.
I'm not here.
Yeah. And that's fine. I'm going to look over it and make sure it's recording.
You got a photo of me on a horse. What more do you need?
Well, yeah, that's true. Thank you very much for that, Jamie. That was inspired. Anyway, so yes, welcome to the Low Origin podcast number 23 with Saule and Dan and Alex. And
You
Jamie
sound
is,
like a proper BBC presenter right now.
Jamie is here, and at some point we probably should include her in the podcast. She waved there, but we would need to make sure that we were given more than 3 microphones. There are 2 other microphones, but neither of them work, and neither of them have ever worked since we've been renting this equipment. Please stop giving us microphones that don't work. I mean, anyway, thank you very much.
I think I could do with one of them because I get us in trouble a lot.
Yeah.
So my microphone.
The thing is, a lot has happened in the past. It's been 6 months since the Paul Beachy podcast. It's been slightly longer since the podcast that doesn't exist. went out.
Yeah.
But in that 6 months, an enormous amount of things have happened. Generally, I mean, the last time we did a podcast in real life, the prices of S bodies was mildly normal. The prices of JDM parts was vaguely normal, and since then, I think when was I'm going to ask you have a look at the last time we had an in real life podcast.
IRL podcast.
An IRL where we see each other with our eyeballs.
Sees each other. It's going to be hard because you do.
It'll be 2019. End
No.
of.
No,
Do you reckon?
I think sure we did one.
I think we did one just before shit kicked off because I remember it must have been in February and it would have been at Mayfield before I moved. I've moved house 3 times since the last in real life podcast.
The Wi-Fi is now not working.
Oh, is it not? Oh, that's good. That's great news.
No, they are good.
But anyway,
Fixed it.
a huge amount's happened. Obviously,
You guys have driven.
we drove our cars,
Driven.
and Jamie drove her car.
We built some fucking cars.
Jamie never stopped driving a car. Let's be honest.
No, yep, really.
She did for like 20 minutes.
So, so we've driven our cars. Saul, you've done less.
Oh, we're going in already.
You've not done a huge amount of driving since 2019. In fact, I'm pointing at this like this livery ever saw the.
Not 2019.
2018, fam.
Don't.
Last time I drove
Don't.
was 2018.
Don't.
November.
Don't.
On my birthday.
What?
November the 17th.
Yeah.
What?
November the 17th, 2018.
Years.
That's horrendous. Saul, get your fucking microphone next to your face so we can hear your fucking mouth. The what?
You know that time
last
where
time I
he
actually
when he
drove.
wrote Jamie's car off.
Oh
That
yeah,
time.
yeah. That time. That was a great time.
That was a good time. That was.
Those are good times. Yeah. Anyway, so it's been a while. Yeah. I mean, have you just found the one that we've done in IRL?
I don't know. Like, there's so many that we've done.
There's so
not
much
in
content on the
IRL.
Low Origin YouTube channel. You should go there and check some of it out.
No, that one was on Zoom. as well.
Zoom.
Fuck Zoom, man. I'm totally fucking done with Zoom.
Oh, the last one that was in person
Yeah.
was you and Dan at your house.
Did you? You didn't turn up.
And that was 1 year ago.
You didn't turn up.
That was
A year
1
ago.
Is it a year ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
A year ago. There wasn't that when the misso shit out a kid.
No, that was.
Prior to that as well.
Yeah, I think it was that. But anyway,
Jeez.
the point is, I think I've missed this. This is more fun. I think it's not really like. I'm almost tempted to turn that fucking beeping thing
We
off.
have met each other since. We just haven't done podcasts.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but it's just like. Plus, also the unit's about to be
No more.
no more. We've been in this unit since 2004, end of 2014.
It's 7 years. 7 years.
7 years.
So September 2014 we moved in. So yeah,
Wow.
7 years.
We've done a lot of cool things in here, like loads of cool things. But
Name one.
I
burnouts.
slid down a child's ramp outside.
You did do that. I remember that.
Sliding-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sliding into the DMs. I found that GIF the other day. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, cool. No, we've done cool things. We've done like loads of burnouts. We've done like unit hangs. Unit hangs
Yeah.
were cool. I mean, imagine all the Section 59s that were handed out after unit hangs.
No one got anything. Tom Johnson got a written off car. That
He
was
did,
about
right? And also Tom Johnson then disappeared
Vanished.
completely off the face of the earth,
Out of embarrassment.
out of
probably.
embarrassment potentially, which I don't blame him for. Yeah.
Who knew you unplug your ABS fuse out of a 350Z and it turns off the steering? Not turns off the steering, obviously, but Tom Johnson just lost all. control.
We're saying that, yeah, because he discovered that there was this problem, wasn't there, with
I don't think it turns off completely, does it? There's something that the traction control.
yeah,
Sorry,
there's something you got to do to make it do the thing that you want it to do.
Yeah, and in that doing that thing, it
Yeah.
makes something else terrible as well.
Yeah.
Which means that you can't steer properly anymore. Also, he told us. Maybe before or after.
It was a horrible crash. I'll potentially. I'm not going to find the footage. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Don't even.
He's
it's
gonna
not going to
look.
happen.
He's gonna look.
I will. I'll look for it.
Yeah.
I'll look for it and I won't find it. I think would it be on Snapchat? It'll be on. No, it'll be on Low Origin. Wait, no. Who had it? Somebody had it, and it was
If
him.
who's got it? Send it to. Oh no, it's too late then.
It's too late. Yeah. It's
Who
not
cares? We don't care anymore.
Anyway,
crashed.
lots happened, and we have built. I mean, despite this thing having been sat here for a while, we have built lots of cool cars in here. We've done loads of cool things, but I think the main reason behind it is the cost of this place is becoming astronomical. I've bought a house. You're in the process of buying a house.
Yeah.
And having this place, although as fun as it is, we're hoping to at some point have our own spaces that we're not just shafting money down the drain on.
The way I looked at it, and the way I explained it to someone tonight when he was upset about the unit obviously going, because he's someone who's been down here, I said to him, well, if you think about it, it's a Drift Matsuri ticket every month before the car moves anywhere.
Yeah.
So yes, it is mint
every month.
It's mint having this space, but the only reason that people have spaces like this are 9 times out of 10 the people who also work in the industry.
Yeah.
You know, they have a company that does fabrication, or they do body work, or blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
And they have an ability to earn money out of it, whereas we also all have full-time jobs and other obligations, shall we say. Children.
Yeah,
blah, blah.
the children's side of things, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've struggled to get down here since I've moved permanently to Northwich.
I'm about to move a lot further away as well, so it's ordeal, to say the least.
But either way, it's happening, because the second part of this is that the rent for this place is. I mean, how many leases have we signed? You did a 3-year, then a.
No, it was a 6-month, then a year, then 6 month, year, then 3 years, and then you took it over.
Yeah, I took it over, and then I did.
So that's 2 years.
I can't have done
since.
3 years.
It's 2 years since.
So I did a 2-year.
We would be going into the 3 years.
So that was it. They then wanted in September they want a 3-year lease, and it's either going up between 10 to 15% up on what we're paying now, and
it's already expensive.
There's
only
expensive.
3 of us in here as well, so it's we needed Dan to move up here.
We don't need a unit. We don't need a unit.
No,
we don't. Dan has proven that. And really, when you think about it, it's wetter in here 9 times out of 10 than it is outside.
That's the frustrating thing with this place. It's like, I remember the other day when I turned up to just do a couple of little jobs on this, and it was parked under there, and I turned up, I was like, right, great, it's nice and dry in the unit. Get in, the fucking bonnet's open, and the coil packs are fucking full of water, and I'm like, of all the places that it could have been fucking left, and because it never leaks in the same place, it's always a different place.
Well, it's like it rains, and then 5 days later you go, all right, cool, I'm coming down to the unit, it'll be fucking fine. Inside, it's just 2 inches deep in water, and it's fucking AIDS.
Yeah, and when we talk to them about this place, they say that we rent the walls.
Well, to
the
keep
walls
it
and the floor,
to keep it cheap, so it's not cheap, but to keep it cheap, we're on a maintenance, like a point at which that if there's anything wrong with it, we fix it.
Right.
Which is why it's cheap for the size, but then also it isn't cheap because we don't earn any money out of it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, it's £1,000 a month between 3 people. It's going to be.
Yeah. And I ain't got fucking I ain't got fucking time for that. So I'm building a lean-to garagey looking thing.
Carport.
Yeah, carport next to my house, because there was a garage there that was shit that some dickhead built in the 60s out of asbestos and dicks. So we've knocked that down, and instead we're going to put this big fucking big roof, and it'll hopefully fit my car, both the 300 and the 200.
You can live my life then, when people just come past your house.
Yeah.
Instagram
stories.
I'm gonna try and make sure that they both. Theoretically, it's wide enough to have them both next to each other, but it's also long enough to have them nose to nose as well. So it should be fine for keeping stuff hidden. But there's the Vectra and the MX-5. The MX-5 needs to go. I need to find someone to buy
that. The fucking Vectra needs to go.
I can't get rid of the Vectra. The Vectra's, I've had it for too long. It would be
the 14 needs to go.
The Vectra would be. I should have got rid of the Vectra, but at this point, if I was going to get rid of the Vectra, I definitely should have done it about 10 years ago. I've had it since I was 21 and I'm 37. 36. 36 in a month.
It's yours and nobody else's.
It's mine. And do you know what? It needs to be either scrapped or completely...
No, do you know whose problem it is?
Ain't my problem.
No, I wouldn't do
Dan
that
Joyce's
to Dan.
problem.
Ain't my problem.
Oh, I mean, what's worse?
I've got
the
it
Vectra or the 14?
Rust-wise.
Work, fabrication that's needed.
I think the Vectra is more unknown, but the back of the 200 is certainly worse than any car I've ever seen on planet Earth.
Fair enough. I'm probably with you on that one. I haven't seen under the Vectra for a long time, but...
Anyway. So that's what's happening with the unit. I just thought I'd do this at the beginning because it's easier and people keep
loads of people asking us. Loads of people.
It's just a pain in the arse. It's a nice flat surface to work on cars. It's cool to get them in and out. It's great to go and do street Not that we ever did that.
Never.
Ever.
But being in an industrial area, middle of the night, fuck around, and then come back and
we were
no
upstanding members of our little community. And
we were always upstanding members of the community.
We're never saying we're never going to have another one again, but right now it doesn't make sense.
No, I reckon probably sometimes in the future, but it would have to be fucking cheap.
Well, you don't need one. You're both too fucking lazy to work on your cars. You don't need units.
We would just have to own what we were going into.
Yeah.
Like I inquired about buying this place years ago, and they earn too much money out of them.
Yeah,
they just don't care.
Plus, all the land around here was originally bought by Sainsbury's, wasn't it?
And it's all investment, so they're just waiting for a developer to come in to knock it all down, which is happening. Porsche's just gone up, there's new units and stuff. So
I think that's probably why they're forcing the rent up as well, because they want people to fuck off.
Yeah, so eventually it's easy to get out.
Yeah,
because if they told us to leave, it would be, I think when I had it, it was 6 months. They would notice, and it's probably going to be a year.
But then they'd have to find somewhere where it's the same size
to put us in
the and they don't want that fucking inconvenience. No. They can't be asked. Anyway, lots of people have asked about it. Lots of people have inquired about taking this place over. So there may be something cool going on here. The people that have inquired about it are all into cars and doing drifting and stuff. So you never know. But anyway, drifting. What else has gone on? I mean, everything. Dan, you mentioned before you want to go on a big rant at the beginning. Do you want to go on that now? Do you want to get straight into that rant right now? You're not sure. Wait, how can you?
Know.
Wait, Dan's not sure.
He's not
about
sure.
Ranting.
I am. Obviously, I will rant.
Do you want me to give you a pushing off point? What would you like to be pushed off about?
You're going to tee off.
I'm going to tee off.
You'll lose all the listeners after a ranted because all they're going to do is they're not going to have to listen to any more then. Like, well, Dan's ranted. It's called everyone in the world a cunt, and I can turn off now.
Well, should we leave your ranting then to the end, or well, I'll just say things, and then eventually one of them, I'll just see it.
He's going to boil over.
Behind his pit vipers, light will just appear, like fucking what's his Smith in the Matrix, light will just appear from behind his eyes, and he'll be like, yes. Now is the time.
I suppose
he's going to slap his knee, and that's it.
We could rant that there's more drift competitions than there is drift practice 100%. Days anymore.
Oh my god, it's so awkward.
I mean,
it's so awkward.
It's just fucking bullshit. It's like if you want to drive your car, you have to compete now.
If you want to get into drifting,
if you want to go drifting in your car, like cool. I want to go drifting in my car. Better go compete straight away.
Yep,
100%.
And the only time you get to practice is 45 minutes before qualifying. Brilliant, fantastic.
This reminds me exactly of the reasons why not arguments, but the conversations I used to have with like Gutty, Bell and Struggle years ago, and they said, well, why are you doing competitions? I was like, well, because I want to go and do as much drifting as possible. I've got a car that works and money and the ability to do it, so I want to go and do it as much as possible. So they ended up doing loads of Street-O because there weren't, it was like...
Street-O sounds much more appealing at the moment.
Yeah, well, and that's the problem.
Moment, yeah.
That's the problem.
There'll be a big resurgence backwards now where people can't get...
We're looking like... The only difference is now, when that was happening 10 years ago, it was crashing cars that were costing us $3,000, and we were getting like, fucking hell, lads, this is $3,000, we've just fucking chucked up a curb, that's fucking shit. Now it's like, oh, fuck, I've just thrown 25 bags into a fucking... Oh, man, it's not even funny anymore, is it? Because, like, you've got to have, well, it's a different set of rules now, I guess.
I can't see how anyone can, like, me personally anyway. To be fair, if it wasn't for the people who have helped with the car and you guys, I would have sold it because I can't afford to.
Same.
Like tyre prices are just fucking insane now.
At the moment,
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Even with help at the moment, you got to think.
We have help with a lot of things, and it's still hard.
And I appreciate that because the reality of the prices that we'd be having to pay would be mental.
Oh, it'll quit.
It wouldn't be possible.
No, I would have ripped the car apart. And you would have seen it on Facebook Marketplace.
You've got to think. These prices are currently being dictated by the backlog that's been caused by XYZ amount of things. Every time it's something to do with postage or to do with shipping, it's always, let me get my big long list of problems out, whether it's a shortage of HGV drivers in the UK or if it's a fucking, the Suez Canal thing happened, so, we can't, all of that shit that was... they had to...
All that shit that wasn't your fault is now your fault and you're paying for it,
because that's the thing. So, like, if even if your container wasn't on the fucking green, whatever it was called... What was it called? The green...
Evergreen.
Evergreen. If your container wasn't on the Evergreen, doesn't matter, because
you still got fucked.
All the fucking people who were sat... All the shipments that were sat in other ships that now couldn't go down the Suez Canal had to go around fucking Africa. Essentially... tripling the price of the fuel. So all the shipping companies are like, oh, you want your stuff? Guess what the price is, guys?
Lol.
It's 3 to 4 times as much as you agreed. So, and now that has to be passed on because I mean, it has to be passed on. You can't, and I guess they've tried to offset it between what has now managed to get through the Suez Canal and what has come since. But you've still got this like huge backlog, probably about 6-7 months worth of shit that we're going to have to.
It won't get
just
better.
Payloads for.
It won't get better.
But then, like, what do the people do that have now bought into S-Body Life? You know, they've now bought into drifting.
They'd be seen little fuckboys put air ride on it with wank-ass wheels.
I see that a lot more now.
And put it on Instagram.
Well.
Right, cool, your car's shit, mate.
Absolutely normalising air ride is a thing that's happening at the moment. And
Starkey fitted. I was helping Starkey with his car when he was getting it ready for tuning, and he started fitting air ride, so I left.
You went home. Yeah.
I left.
I would support that decision, Daniel.
Yeah, I was like, no.
I like Starkey.
I like Starkey. I like Starkey's car. He fitted air ride, and I was out.
Looks great. Unfortunately, it's got air ride.
It does look
got
good.
fucking
does
air
look
ride
so
on it.
good.
Does he daily it?
No.
So
he's got a Volvo, hasn't he? Big Volvo.
So
boy.
does he drive?
so.
Does he drive to like?
We've got to remember that cunt won a Ferrari.
Yeah, I know. Let's not get
Wait,
them
who
mixed.
did?
Starkey won a Ferrari.
Oh
Won a
shit! Starkey did win a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Big boy.
No way! I completely forgot about that.
That's how we say it's rigged
He
and
kept
stuff.
that really like. He didn't go on about that.
Well, he went and looked at it and says, "Yeah, give me the money."
Yeah,
Oh, did he?
100%.
Yeah, straight up. Well,
I'd do the same. What the
Yeah,
fuck's
yeah.
the point? Actually, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't buy it.
At this-
Gabby
but
would be on the back of your shoulders
no,
going.
hang on. No, because I remember thinking, a car like that, if you were, let's say you were a gentleman who had a YouTube channel and who, had a reasonably decent following, and you also won a Lamborghini, maybe it'd be more worthwhile to do a load of cool shit in it, like potentially some drifting. Maybe
Why?
Potentially
Why?
Because then you can sell it as your car that you did cool
No,
shit.
but it's loads easier just to clickbait it for 4 or 5 videos.
Because I thought they'd give you fuck all money for it, or did they give you a decent amount?
get a decent amount.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
all right.
they basically
Yeah. Well, if
buy
they-
the car off you.
If they give you the decent amount,
It's
like, then-
essentially the
I
value of the vehicle.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
the
is it?
value of the vehicle,
Yeah.
but almost the value of the vehicle.
Oh, okay. Because
It's quite a bit of money.
No, well, that's fine. Ignore me then, because I thought you got like.
So, like,
Oh no.
I think it's like 100 grand.
Wasn't the
you get,
GTR
like 50.
at the moment that they had that YouTubers? Wasn't that the GTR or 30-something thousand pound, which is essentially the price of a GTR?
I seen a fucking R34 going on Japanese prices and being done. A Project R34 needed paint. It had a stupid fucking boat anchor of an engine in it with no engine harness in it. Absolute bag of dog dicks, like floppy dog dicks.
Right.
$30,000 US. I was like, what?
Wow.
I was like, what?
Was it in America land?
Oh, yeah, of course it was in America.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
why. Yeah, that's why.
Let me just
Mad
make sure
monies.
this thing's fucking still recording. What are we on? 22 minutes, yeah.
We're good.
Do you remember years ago when we did one with Ali?
Yeah, whole thing.
And we did.
It was a big one as well. Like, loads of people ask us to do long podcasts, don't they? They want
Yeah.
that long drive to work. Or
But they
that
ain't getting it 'cause I get
multiple
fucking
drivers.
bored.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
Dan will
but,
fuck
like,
off.
And
I'll
we,
just
we
bored.
decided to do a big boy
Yeah.
podcast, and it was I think it was an hour, and we were about an hour and 40 in, and
Yeah.
like Alex just did exactly what he did then. Got, I'm just gonna go check and go.
It was looping 7 seconds.
Yeah,
it
every
was
7
constantly
seconds.
looping 7 seconds, and it was Ali actually. It was one of the ones we did with Ali, and Ali was just like,
I think we didn't adjourn for a day and then come back to it, and it
I
just
think
wasn't the same.
No, it wasn't the same.
No. Oh no, we went straight again.
No, we did go straight again. We tried to go straight back
Yeah,
into it, and we
no.
were trying to cover the same things
And it
again.
was
And
shit.
my God, it was AIDS. I'm gonna pour a little liquor out for my dead homie unit, because I'm super sad about it. Does anyone want any more?
No, you got any apple juice?
No.
Oh, okay, no.
Josm?
Go on then a little bit. Thank you
Josm?
very much for a
No, thank
finger.
you.
Oh, for crying out loud. Josm?
Is it plastic?
Yeah, of course they are. I've
Child
got a fucking
safe.
child.
Child safe.
The first thing she did is she launched it at the fucking floor. I do like a Jameson's.
So this is what Alex is doing in his spare time now. He
Yeah.
has completed the car, so now all he does is sits in his nice new
I'm
big
sorry,
house.
who completed the car?
Sorry, Dan completed
Yeah,
the car.
that's it. Suck on
Dan.
my penis. Look at my flaccid penis. Look at it.
Dan, you did it! Yay!
The erection selection.
Yeah,
See,
I mean,
it's more than a fist down, and that was just this
hang on,
evening.
hang on. I've
He's
had
just you lie. It's
I've
brand
had that.
new.
I've had that for about.
I saw the receipt.
About 14 hours.
No, I've had that for a couple of months now. I
20 minutes.
don't drink Jameson's at home.
He does. Alcoholic.
We drink gin at home.
Wow, Cheshire.
With a
Anyway.
cucumber in it.
With a cucumber in it. Oh God. Anyway. Okay. So we stopped Dan in his rant.
Oh, what was I ranting about? Competition.
You ran your competitions. Absolutely.
It's just ridiculous.
We've lost a lot of tracks.
You've got, what have you got now? You've got 3 sisters who don't hold drift days.
No.
Yep.
They don't hold drift days.
Well, they do, but when was the last time you seen one advertised that you
Never.
could sign up to?
I don't know.
But then
Teesside, who don't... Well, they do hold drift days,
Yeah.
but to get relevant practice, you need 2 a month. Basically,
Yeah.
I'd say you need to put 2 days on a month.
Okay, well, why isn't it happening then? Why
Because
aren't
they don't
doing
want to, because no one likes drifting. The only place that
Hello,
likes
viewers.
drifting who's actually investing in it is Driftland.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So I've heard some rumours.
There's big rumours.
There's big rumours. Well, we
Big
can't,
fucking
we
rumours.
can't mention who's
Can't
talked about
mention,
those rumours. But apparently...
No, I've heard these solid rumours. They're solid.
Solid, rock
Yeah.
solid.
They are rock solid.
About bits of Driftland maybe extending and
Getting
getting
bigger,
and faster.
it needs
bigger,
it,
faster.
don't it? Needs it.
I mean, these sorts of things make me want to go and move my entire life and business up to Scotland.
If it didn't rain and be shit every day.
Although
day.
every time we've been,
It's sunny.
the last
Yeah.
couple of years,
Yeah.
it's been really nice.
That is true.
It's been really nice.
We're going there on the 10th.
10th of
Are
September.
you bringing your car, Saul?
Yes.
He's towing
Unmapped.
it, yeah.
Gonna rip it.
I'm going to tow it round.
Sadly not.
I mean, last time he went Driftland, he only took a cardboard box.
He did, which is still up there. That
gonna
was
come
like
home
2
with me.
years ago. What the fuck?
Yeah.
No.
2019.
Time
No.
flies when you want to kill yourself.
20?
Fucking hell.
No, it was last year that.
We're going to get demonetised, not for the drinking on camera, but for the not
yourself.
aliving ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Kill your shelf.
You should kill your shelf. Do you remember we did a good meme with that? Do you remember when we had a shelf at that unit in Warrington? Remember with the purple S14 that I had?
yeah.
Do you remember I bought that purple S14 off you in that Vertex show car with Volk GTCs, 19-inch rear, 18-inch fronts with a minus 22 offset front and back with the most wild dish I've ever seen in my life. And I bought the car for £3,000 in purple. God, it was gorgeous. And then
I struggled to sell it for 5 because it was too modified. People were saying to me, it's too modified.
too modified.
I can't do what I want to, which is fair enough. You know, someone came to look at it, was like, if I want to do things, I've now got to really do things.
we did a good job with that car because we put a lot of stupid things that they'd fucked up right.
Yeah.
Anyway, drift events. Yeah, there's fuck all at the moment. Teesside would be great if they did some drift events soon. It'd be great if...
There is one bank holiday Monday, I guess, but like, I don't know when the problem is, I don't even care about fucking tracks. But the best drift tracks are ones that are laid out on a slab of concrete with some fucking cones and a bit of lima.
I know.
They are the best tracks.
Yeah,
And you can never...
the one that I keep on going back to
It's
and
like-
thinking about is the Mayhem event at Rockingham.
I don't
and
even-
I know it's just fuck all.
You'll
but
never
I
get
really
that,
enjoyed
but that was just a bit of a corner and a wall that was there. It's like Silverstone School, don't care about Silverstone. Want your
Silverstone
fucking
won't
car
do it.
park. Donington's cool, don't want your track, want your car park.
Yeah. I don't know why this is such a huge thing. The problem is
Tesco's, like your food, don't want your fucking shop, want your car park.
When you car
Trafford Centre. Now the Trafford Centre was really good.
Nissan Sunderland, don't want your factory, want your car
I
park.
don't want your cars is what I don't want.
thing is,
Yeah.
Stop
there's
making cash cars.
There's a million.
Stop it.
There's a million, obviously, massive car parks out there. Any football stadium, any rugby stadium, blah blah blah. But the problem that these people that own these properties want is they want a crowd. They want something that they can sell on. They want 10,000 people.
I still don't think that's difficult. I genuinely don't think that's difficult. Look
For
at
a
how.
practice day?
Do you remember JDM All Stars?
Yeah.
JDM All Stars was really simple, really simple. You'd have a load of lads turn up. Wembley, you fuck about, and then you fuck off home, and they'd do some guerrilla marketing locally, not just on Facebook and shit like that, but they'd put loads of posters up around the area. They'd go to shopping centres and stuff like that with one of the cars, and they'd probably spend about 2 weeks previously setting the event up, and they'd have about 3 to 5,000 people turn up to spectate, and it would just be, no one would have a fucking clue what was going on. All you knew was it was a shit ton of cars on track, fucking around and drifting. You're like, that's sick. That's fucking cool. I want to have a go at that. That's great. Which is what I did in 2008, 2009, and ended up, here. So why can't that? And they were all just on car parks. Just car parks.
You know drifting shit when there's a big company called Driftworks who don't go drifting anymore.
Yeah, there is. That is a big...
They don't. They just go do track days and have fun.
Yeah, that is
Because
actually a very
drifting
good point.
sucks fucking dick at the moment. I mean, the only thing we've got to look forward to this year now is, well, obviously our event. Obviously
on the 10th of
And,
September. Please don't come. There's no spectators, apparently.
Apparently, but if you turn up, we won't shout.
I mean, we won't be able to let you in because
Barney may shout at you.
Barney will shout at you.
Yeah, Barney's fucking reckless, and
Yeah.
he shouts in Scottish, so you won't know what he's saying, but you know he's angry.
Oh, you'd be scared.
Yeah.
You'd be scared. Big scared.
And Anglesey.
And Anglesey, yeah. Drift Matt
Because Matt Sorry is back.
with sweeps, yeah. I'm excited for that. I'm confident it'll happen. I'm confident it'll happen. Our sweeps wants it to happen, and it's been a long fucking time. I think I missed the 2019 one, didn't I? Because
You went and had a child.
my daughter was born. How dare she? Night before.
But this one falls on my birthday, so
Ray.
birthday things.
Ray. Well, okay, cool. That's exciting.
I mean, we've got to try and from the tickets going on sale at 8 o'clock to 8:00. Well,
you're implying that there's a minute going to pass.
yeah,
by.
there's not going to be a minute
there's
that's going to
not
pass.
gonna be a minute.
The site is going to crash, and
Yeah.
then they're sold out.
Yeah, they're going to.
That's within a minute.
Yeah.
So we've got a main wanking hand on the F5 refresh thing.
Yeah, or what? Do you remember those groups from years ago that used to buy tickets
Dickheads.
on?
Fucking don't do that again this year, you fucking dicks. They've done it with fucking Drift Cup. They do it with everything. Get a group and then, I've got 2 tickets in me. Fuck off, mate. I don't care. Don't fucking do it.
I'm going to
Turn
turn
Dan
Dan's
down.
gain down because he's fucking shouting.
He's nearly there.
Shout again,
Warming
Dan.
him up.
Shout again.
No, I'm,
Drift days in the UK. God, there's loads of them, Dan.
there's fucking none.
Just do that a little bit. But anyway, oh Jesus. Yeah. Okay. So that's great. So we've got. So we live, Manchester rugby here. Yeah. So the closest ones we've got are Scotland up here and Anglesey over here. Hey, does Lidden Hill want to get involved?
No. Fuck Lidden Hill. They ruined it.
Do you know what I mean? There's like fuck all. There's fuck all. There's always
No,
there's
there's still pod that's going on.
No,
but-
pod don't go on.
But
What do you mean pod
pod
doesn't
doesn't
go
go
on?
on.
They're not through the summer.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
They're
the
a fucking
events are on. The
yeah,
events are
because they
on.
run Drift What You Brung and shit, so they don't run them. They're spring and winter things.
Yeah. So because obviously all the drag racing kicks off. All the
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what
shows.
happens is the drag racing doesn't create noise, obviously, but the drifters
No.
create noise,
Yeah.
Oh, well.
and then they get stopped.
Noise, Daniel Noise. Now noise. Wow. Well.
Oh, I don't.
Fucking hell.
Don't want to make any noise. Heaven
Can't
forbid anyone
make
made me
noise.
fucking
No.
noise.
No.
To be fair,
That's
guys.
a big thing right now because what's happened is big companies have realised they don't need the absolute fucktards to be in the office anymore, and they can work from home. That's what's happened. And then they came home and goes, I don't like the noise this is making. But the cunts will still fucking turn the telly on to watch F1, or they'll watch Speedway, Stock Car, or they'll go fucking watch the football. It's like moving next to a football stadium and then complaining about the noise when they've got football matches.
I can imagine that probably does happen though. I'm not going to say it's
Yeah,
not
but
going
the-
to.
No,
problem
but
is
nothing happens. Like
nobody would do anything about it.
No.
You're never going to get, like at Birmingham Wheels the other day, some absolute job worth piece of shit turning up with a fucking noise meter going, mate, it's a bit
Yeah, the
loud,
fucking
this."
council saying, yeah.
the council guy, not the guy from Birmingham Wheels.
Yeah,
'cause he
yeah,
was trying
council
he was
guy.
trying to sort it, but the council guy turned up and he was just like, mate, it's too loud. You're like, man.
just imagine them doing that to fucking football stadiums when they're
I just don't.
packing out.
Like,
Well, the
why?
comparison is money, isn't it?
Yeah.
That money that has been brought in by the football stadium to
but
that
hang on.
area.
Realistically, if Birmingham
What's
Wheels,
it bringing in?
realistically,
Drunken idiots smashing fucking
I was going
I
to
mean,
say,
probably
restaurants up and
thousands
shit,
and
yeah.
thousands
Hang
of
on,
pounds.
hang
Of
on.
damage, yes.
Yeah, but hang on, this is the thing. Like, on just quickly beyond that, in Gorton, one of the most deprived areas of fucking Manchester, where they've slapped fucking Manchester City. Really, I don't support football. I don't give a fuck about them. But
Foosball, Bobby.
all of the money that is generated by the 60,000, I don't know how many people go there. 60,000 people. No one goes there at the moment. Let's be honest. People
Back
going
full open,
there
aren't they?
is taken out of that. You know, it's not. It doesn't help local businesses.
No, like, it's
around
like
the
fucking
the
Birmingham. You didn't see Birmingham Wheels. When you're going through fucking into Birmingham Wheels, the council need to look after the fucking community and actually clean their streets
Jesus
instead of
Christ.
worrying about the fucking noise coming from that place.
What-
Because it is so bad. Like it's horrendous area.
I'm surprised. I was like really surprised. Like, there's parts of Manchester that are pretty bad, but like that was like
It's terrible.
piss, shit,
Birmingham is
and,
atrocious.
and bin bags and just.
Just general rubbish and shit. But the
Rubbish.
council don't give a fuck about that.
It sounds like
about
we're
that
moaning
area.
about. It sounds like we're moaning about like nothing, but like proper mounds
Yeah.
of like looks like Looks like a huge amount of people have just decided that their bins are overflowing, so they'll just chuck everything outside into the street.
No, I don't even think they get bins in Birmingham.
Well, it doesn't fucking look like it from that. But then,
under that mound was a bin.
Oh, there was a bin there.
Yeah. Oh, I actually did see a bus stop which had a bin next to it, and there was a mound against the bus stop. It was very impressive. But exactly
fuck
that.
me, when me and Jamie came out of Birmingham Wheels the other day, and we've had trouble with my trailer where the brake shoe had fucking broken anyway, yeah, so it's making a horrible noise rotating. I got stuck at traffic lights, and then I seen her ahead of me with the hazards on. I was like, luckily she was just waiting for me, but I thought she'd fucking broke down again. So I was like, please don't break down here, please don't break down here. I'm real scared.
Worst place in the world to break down.
I am nervous right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember seeing anyone who looked like they were going to fucking rob people.
No. It wasn't a bad area
at all,
no.
Really, but it was certainly.
It's like they're fucking
not looked after.
Everyone's going, save Birmingham Wheels. Save the fucking community, man.
Yeah,
it's
like,
absolute.
I understand, obviously, nobody wants to lose Birmingham Wheels because of the dire state that it's in at the moment for practice days and places to actually drive. And what I don't think councils and that realise is that when those places go, which they will, everyone that does this thing is now doing that on the street. Yeah. Like, the reason that it works quite well is because you're giving people an outlet, a place to get it out of the system. There has been, obviously, 9 times out of 10, when you go to a drift event, there are some of those dickheads who turn up that then end up going ripping out of the...
I hate the dickheads who pander to that shit like Liddon. Yeah. They pander that, you can come, you can spend 150 quid on this 45-minute ticket, and we're going to piss wet through the fucking track.
It's retarded.
Get fucked. They've moved next to a racetrack, they should fucking deal with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Liddon Hill in itself is a peculiar one. I mean, that one for me, you've got a racetrack that predates the people who live there, but you've got a church that predates the racetrack.
Church is
and
weird.
The church demands that they cannot start an engine before 12:30 on a Sunday.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't care.
That's okay, but have you heard of rallycross car?
I know, yeah.
They are retarded loud.
Yeah.
And I know a drift car can be loud, and I know tyre noise can travel further than the engine noise can, more than anything. But they're doing rallycross at Liddon, and rallycross is wild as a sport.
This is what it fucking annoys me. Like, people are who actively go out and complain about the noise of it, but then
if there's an event attached, it doesn't matter.
The TT, they closed the fucking island down just to let them race. Yeah, because they're into it.
How long's that going to last for?
Yeah, though? People who go to rally stages around Wales and stuff because they're fucking into it.
Yeah.
But then they come home and complain about other noise because they go to other places to hear that noise.
I don't understand the mentality behind complaints, but more than that, I don't know why the council entertain it, because you've got to think. It's one of those. It's a bit like Radar for viewing figures. They would say that if they got one complaint, that's the equivalent to like 200 complaints. Or
Good
they'd
maths.
say that no, but that's how Radar works. If they get like one person with a thingy Radar diary saying that they watched something on BBC One, that accounts for 200 people.
I don't even know what you're referring to.
Okay, so the way that they work out viewing figures for the BBC or for anything on the actual TV, not on the internet, but for actual TV, is they use something called Radar, right? Which is a way of determining who's actually watching things. But they can't give them to everyone in the whole country, so they give it to people who represent demographics. So I am the 30-plus male demographic with a child who lives in a fucking normal house.
Okay.
So there's loads of me.
Yeah.
But then they want to make sure that, if they were to give me one, I would represent a lot of people.
Yeah.
But let's say you were to give it to somebody like a minority or somebody who maybe lived in the middle of a city, is a different type of person. So they work out and determine that they're representing a completely different set of people. Right. Okay. So with complaints, if you get like one person complaining, they're not going to say, well, that's what sort of complaint we had. We've had a complaint from a 65-year-old woman who lives a mile away. They're going to probably say, well, she probably only she represents quite a few 65-year-old women in the area who are all also pissed off, but can't be asked picking up the phone and making the complaint.
I understand now.
I don't know why you'd give it a voice. If they complained publicly and the public were able to point out and say, you live near a track.
Well, no, it's like me. It's like everyone's seen photos outside my house, and you would have noticed I live next door to a pub.
Yeah.
I live physically it's next door.
How many times do you complain about the pub, Dan?
0 times.
0 times.
And I hate football. I fucking hate football. I do not care about it. Like, great, cool. They kick a ball and they get paid some money for it, and people get really excited about it.
Appreciate
and go
the
drink,
hustle.
and they go and drink with the boys and watch it and scream at the telly.
Yeah.
Now that pub loves playing football, and they put a massive during the Euros. What the fuck was it the other month? Yeah,
I think it was Euros.
They put a massive screen in the the beer garden, massive screen and massive fucking gazebos, and it was loud. Why would I moved next to a pub?
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's logical thinking.
That's
quite
sane,
logical.
Yeah, sane, logical thinking.
I go outside and say, "Oh, that's loud."
It's not bad. It can quite cheap. I can afford it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's next to a pub.
It's
like
logical.
I can deal with that.
And that's what's missing from the people who move next to tracks.
Yeah.
Like, I was going into work and people said, "Oh, did you watch a football game?" No. Oh, why not? Didn't really need to. Heard them shouting at the screen.
Yeah. This is the thing, but you got to think what this really comes down to is land developers, right? Because you know what's going to happen. You know that lots of people who are desperately trying to buy houses, they're going to find cheap new builds that have been built in an area that most people wouldn't have a fucking clue is near a racetrack. Let's say the people who bought houses near Rockingham. There's lots and lots of new builds around Rockingham. Do you think any of those people took into consideration that there was a sort of semi-live racetrack? Do you think any of the property developers or the people who were the estate agents, do you think any of them mentioned that this?
Well, they shouldn't have been brain-dead fucks and used Google.
But the
exactly.
The beauty of Rockingham is when you drove into it, you were driving in at the middle of the grandstand. So when you got onto the track, you'd almost dropped another, not massive amount, maybe 5 meters, 4 meters.
But then even Rockingham got a huge amount of
but they didn't care though. That came down to money for Rockingham.
Yeah, but they
100% money.
I think Rockingham knew what was up probably years before they knew it was going.
You drove into Rockingham, you couldn't hear it.
They lost, was it the British Touring Car Championship contract? They lost that, and that was it, game over.
And then it's just, we've got to get as much money back out as possible.
Yeah. We'll rent these places so they can store their shitty fucking Vauxhalls.
Someone, I don't know if it was someone in the cafe or someone I was talking to, but the amount of money that they get per vehicle there.
Yeah.
Because it's
insane.
It's insane.
Is it ex-lease vehicles?
It's all sorts. It's new vehicles.
It's,
it's
who owns it now? Who bought it? Or was it like We Buy Any Car or something bought it?
Yeah.
But it's not them. It's the new one. It is owned by them, but it's their new brand.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember what it's called.
We'll just call them
Sensio, something like that.
Cunts.
Yeah.
Cinch.
I mean,
she said cinch. I was trying to read her lips. It didn't work.
It's whatever. But the only reason I was not upset about Rockingham was I really liked that. I really enjoyed the vibe there. I liked all the boys turning up having a sick time.
Because it was a patch of concrete and you just made your own line.
Your
own fucking layout. And
did your own
it was nothing exciting. It was a patch of concrete.
So simple, so basic, and somehow.
And then someone just goes, "Hey, yeah, come and use my patch of concrete."
Yeah.
And that is it.
I don't know why it's so fucking difficult. We say that like you know that meme where it's like a guy with a stick poking something, like poking the UK drift scene to do something. Do something.
Yeah.
Just do something.
Just do something. Where we should probably do something ourselves. We're not going to.
The only way we're going to do something is
bright pink. It's almost our
probably
favourite.
Just end up going to France and stuff next year.
Yeah, I mean that. If we can work out a way of legitimately getting the cars out of the country, that'd be great.
I'm still a child with no child, so
you are.
I just go.
Yeah. Well, no. That was never the problem for us. The biggest problem for me was working out how we could get the cars out of England into Europe without having to pay huge amounts of money.
No, it's fine. I know how to do it. You just insure it.
No, that's the point. Road registering these cars is
but they don't actually have to go on the road.
No,
I know, but it's not. It's like
a PayPal MOT done.
Yeah, and horribly
Which are
expensive.
fucking well expensive now.
Yeah, but not just that, but like
horribly
expensive to get them taxed and insured and.
No.
Doing a fucking event.
No, because all you have to do is get a PayPal MOT.
Yeah.
And then you get a insurance policy with a 14-day money-back guarantee, and the tax is £20.
But okay, then we've got the situation where we've got cars on trailers, and those boys who got fucking pulled for having road legal cars on trailers, and they said, "Oh, it's okay, these are road legal." So the German TUV boys are like, "Oh, they're road legal, are they? Yeah. Okay, let me just take this car from you." Because it's not road legal in Germany. Although
No, that
theoretically,
was
because it's got an
no.
MOT.
Are you going on about
No,
the
not
Worthesy guys?
No, not those
I
guys.
know what he's on about.
This was a guy, and I can't remember who it was. This was a load of dudes who'd taken
So
cars.
we just buy a car net for them.
A car net?
We
That's,
buy £25,000 trailers with colours.
No, a car net is a car passport.
Yeah, but that means that you have to. Doesn't that mean that you have to pay the export duty on it?
No,
And
it's
then
a
you
car
get it
net.
back when
No.
you-
No, you need to have like 10% of the value. Or
That's-
it's basically for a year.
And
It
then
works
you
out about
value these
800 quid.
correctly.
How do you
value
value these?
this correctly then? So, Alex, how much is your car worth
Well,
to you right now? Not how much you think it's worth to somebody else. How much is it worth to you?
I paid £3,000 for it, so that makes it. That means that it's worth. Is that 300 quid I'd have to pay for 10%?
No, but then what they turn around to you is they go, oh, unfortunately, Alex, you lied on your report for us to bring it into the country. You burnt your £30,000 car to the ground, so we're going to give you £3,000 for it.
Yeah.
This is
No,
this
it's
is the
not.
problem.
We just get on a ferry and deal with it. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
No, but the problem is
But
if
hang on,
you then take it into
Let me
into
fucking
Europe,
dream, will you? Stop
if you
ruining
take
my
it-
dreams.
If you take it into Europe and you say on your documents that it's worth £3,000 and something happens to it,
No, it's not an insurance policy.
no, I
It's
know,
not.
but then they'll be looked at probably by an insurance and go, well,
No.
okay.
Look, the problem would be they'd say, well, it's worth more. The real problem there is that they're going to say, oh right, are you? Is the idea here that you're going to fucking? That's not a £3,000 car. So let's say let's hypothetically, let's say that we're the Germans and we're going to say that you're going to sell that car in Germany for 30,000 quid. The £3,000 is now irrelevant because you sold it for 30,000 quid. So you're not going to pay the duty on that because you've told us that it was worth fuck all.
Yeah, but this is the whole point of these things. They're stopping people
Isn't
bringing
Brexit
them
good?
over. They're stopping people bringing them over.
Thank you,
to
you
sell them.
fucktards who voted out because you want to make Britain British and jobs for Britain.
Britain's not great. Britain never was.
Look, we can't blame Brexit for that, okay? Because every time we blame something like that for Brexit, someone points out that it has nothing to do with it. So it's probably fine.
When I go to sleep at night, I blame Brexit.
Because you're asleep.
Because I'm asleep.
Wow.
Every night.
Okay.
Although, the great thing about this is we have got, what's that some pan-Atlantic deal with Australia.
Oh yeah, it's great. Basically, buy anything from Australia really, really cheap, and then what you get is the product from Australia, but filled with Australian tears. Everything from GK.
So if they're
full of tears.
if it's from Australia, that means it's fucking venomous then, and it's going to kill you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd be
I
shit
feel
scared, 'cause
fucking sorry for the Australians at the
I do.
moment. Their government just saying, yeah, cool, yeah, you're going back into lockdown.
But the funny
Lock-
weird
Fuck
thing,
you
they
guys.
Didn't even get any lockdowns though first time
the
round.
weird,
They got fuck all.
the weird thing with the Australia, like, so everyone who's gone and got vaccinated, they've all gone and had double jabs.
No, but they're
done this and
forcing
this.
them now
Yes,
as
I know.
well.
But so all of the people that haven't got vaccinated here, every people that's had one jab, everyone that's had two jabs, they just went, we don't care. We don't care what you've had done. We don't care your age. We don't care your jabs. You're all going to stay at home, and that's it.
I guess it's like it makes like sense for them from a point of view. Like it would be too much. I want to say admin.
No, fuck them. Survival of the fittest. Just let it go.
Too much admin to work out who's
Dan
been
says,
vaccinated.
let it rip.
Just let it rip, take the chip. Stick it on the limmy and see what happens.
I got fucking amazing 5G when we went to Birmingham Wheels the other day. And I'm not saying it's because I had both jabs, but I tell you now that fuck me, 380 megabytes per second, rapid 5G, and absolutely bore no relevance to the fact that I had both jabs.
And we've both moved to places where you can't get 5G.
Yeah, I've got no 5G. In fact, I barely get 4G where I live.
I looked at the closest place that had fibre broadband.
I do enjoy ringing Alex, and he just sounds like a fucking
In the
potato
sea.
underwater.
he's in
Yeah,
the sea.
Yeah,
like brilliant, cool. So I'll just text you now.
Your house isn't too bad, to be fair.
No, I mean
The old
the,
one
the,
was.
the Wi-Fi was pretty. Oh yeah. Well,
Wow,
the main problem with my house is there's an RSJ through the middle of the gaff, and Gabby does all of her work directly underneath it. And whenever you ring her, it's like throw a 6 to see if you can fucking hear a word she's saying, and then I've started doing the same. So I move somewhere else in the house, you can hear it fine. But how did we get onto this?
I don't know.
Australia, prices for stuff. Now that moves us quite nicely onto the fact that the prices for things are mental. Now this has been accelerated in the most part because Americans are able to buy a lot more things recently than they were able to before the pandemic. Things like Chasers are now. In fact, the I want to say
They're getting quite. There's a few S15s over there as well now.
Oh, are they in now?
Yeah, they're getting some. I don't know how they're getting them in and then getting a title on them in different.
I think it's because they're starting to feel like they can get away with it.
Well, there's the rule that if it bears a significant thing, it can be registered as a show car.
I don't know why they're pieces of shit.
That's what that guy did.
But if you want to give me 35 grand for mine, you carry on, people.
The guy bought that V-Spec 34. I think he had two.
Yeah.
And one was Millennium Jade, one was the purple colour. And everyone was like, how the fuck can you have this? And he registered them as show vehicles or vehicles of significant summit. And I think at the time he was the only person in the country with them.
Oh well,
they were fucking insane.
I mean, LZ's got loads of cool shit, and he lives in Florida, so
yeah.
Or is he in Florida? Or is
yeah,
he in LA?
and
is it Florida?
Florida, yeah, and they've got them things called drift days as well. It's fucking weird.
I know, drift days.
Mental.
Absolute mental. They've bought drift cars and they have drift days.
They have that thing called drift week, where it's not just like a drift day; it's a whole week of going.
And they've got more. They've got more than 3 tracks that say, welcome, come on in."
Imagine doing a drift week in the UK. Three Sisters, Teesside, Driftland,
Home.
Teesside, Three Sisters, Teesside, Driftland. It'd just be this.
Birmingham wheels for the fucking way home.
Well, I was going to say, you're complaining about not doing any drift days. How many times have you two gone drifting in the past couple of weeks?
Oh yeah, you've done
Twice.
loads.
Bollocks, you've been more
in the last 2 weeks. They've been twice.
Oh, the past 2, they've had a drift week.
No, we went to the
3 times.
We went to the Happy Days kickoff day, where councilman shouted at us because our cars were above 98 decibels on a flyby.
98 is low.
Wow, I farted louder than 98.
The generators that pump the fucking water onto their damp day tracks are louder than 98 decibels. It's just fucking insanity.
The scrapyard.
The scrapyard, yes.
And
they're moaning about the school. You know the school that's on 6 weeks holiday? That one, yeah, because there's no fucker there. Dickhead. Absolute fucking...
Proper, like the smoothness of the brain.
Oh, the brain was so smooth. Literally, it looked like marble. That is how smooth that brain was. Fucking nice granite worktop of a brain.
Okay, so you've been to Birmingham Wheels quite a few times.
Yeah.
I'd never been until we went to that one the other day. I really enjoyed it. I felt like it could have been bigger, but I always think that about most of the smaller tracks.
To be fair, the layout we'd done a private day there on Thursday, where unfortunately everything with a Nissan engine in it fucking broke. But not mine.
Yours didn't.
No, it didn't.
There you go.
No.
So you're good. Not everything. And Jamie's. Jamie sat over there with a really confused look on her face.
DY and Martin sorted our vehicles.
Yeah. Shout out DY Engines.
And I built.
Martin by him.
Yeah, I built Jamie.
So shout out Dan, DY, and
Martin. Shout out me because I'm fucking great.
Shout out Dan.
Shout at me because I'm lit.
Whatever happened to that engine that you built for me?
Ooh, you broke that actually because you didn't put a knock sensor on it.
Because I'm a
No, I don't know. I think I started with a Fox block. To be fair, it measured all right, but
so
I think
got given shit and made shit out of shit.
I mean, Dave felt sorry for you and built you an engine. What more do you want?
I mean, I don't want to.
And I rode your coattails all the way to having a DY engine as well.
And then
I thank Dave every time I see him.
Yeah, and then I sent your car to Martin to get tuned.
And it works great.
It really does, yeah.
And it works great.
It makes me want to get a Link ECU really, really fast.
Yeah, you should,
I'm super nervous. Like this, it's like having a really, really expensive, well-built, like, I don't know how to describe it. A Nizztune ECU is a bit like attaching a Nintendo Entertainment System from 1985 to your car and having that 8-bit machinery.
It's basically what you're doing now is you've bought yourself a 60-inch HD fucking telly, like curved fucking Samsung telly, and you've tried to play Duck Hunt on it.
Yeah, which you can't do because it needs to be a CRT. But yes,
but that's what you're basically trying to run your telly through Duck Hunt.
That's essentially what's trying to happen.
I mean, this tune works for your mediocre builds.
Yeah.
But when you've plummeted, like when you put a lot of money into a motor and time, I spent a lot of time into that shit. Well, not the motor.
I think for me, I just want to know, like yours. What I like about the Link ECUs, it's starting to sound like we're sponsored by them. We're not at all. But
we can tell we're not sponsored. I've slagged them off a lot.
You did, yeah.
Sorry.
But we've all, everyone but me's got one.
And me, and you. Okay.
I
cry every night.
But I cry every night. I thought you were going to sleep every night.
Yeah, I sleep.
I
cry,
crying
then sleep.
about being asleep.
Yeah.
But the Link ECUs seem to have lots of safety features in. Like you'll be sat around going, "Why won't my car go?"
Because there's a problem.
And it'll be like, and if you plug it in, it'll tell you that there's a problem, and you can be like, "Oh, well, I'll thank you ECU for saving my engine." Very cool.
Unlike a Niz tune that just goes, fam, we going.
Send it.
You ready?
Yeah, but that's what I enjoyed about fucking Niz tune.
Yeah.
Because
Turn
it,
the
like,
Deafy
no,
off.
when I
Let's
was
go.
on, when I had stock motors in it,
Turn
it
the Deafy off.
just keep going to oblivion. It would not ruin my fun. Yeah, but your oil filter fell off. Yeah, that don't count.
That's not the same.
That's not the same. A fucking link ECU can't stop your oil filter falling off. That's my problem. I can stop your oil filter falling off. I didn't. It fell off. It broke. I fixed it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Link ECU ain't gonna help that. I don't even think a Niz tune.
A Niz tune would still be going. Come on, turn me on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
A Niz tune will happily let you do a fucking anything you want. And I think that is the main problem. So I desperately do want to move away from Niz tune. I've had that ECU since me and you drove to Greg's with stock map and 555 injectors that we just installed.
We're proving this point here. Alex put bigger injectors in his car and we just drove it like 300 miles.
And then he got there and goes, oh, mate, you got
brand
bore
new motor.
wash.
He's like, oh,
and then
mate.
his tune was like, yeah, you want to do it, fam, let's go.
Let's go. In fact, the Niz tune board hadn't been fitted at that point. That's my point.
Oh, no,
it got fitted at that point.
Yeah, it then got fitted, yeah.
It went to, was it Steve Sadler at FC Tune?
No.
Yeah, it did. It went to Steve Sadler.
Yeah,
No, it went to...
Who fitted the Niz tune?
It went to Greg.
Yes.
And then it went to Steve Sadler.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
because
Greg wouldn't do it.
You turned up and he went, you've done what?
You've done what? Leave.
Then laughed at you.
Go away.
Pressure tested it, laughed some more, and said, "Get away from me.
Go away. You're bad jujus.
Yeah.
Bad jujus. You're gonna make me have bad times."
Don't know if you can say that.
No, juju, as in not the religion. Juju, bad juju.
I mean,
you never watched
okay.
Mighty Boosh? It's a Mighty Boosh
Okay.
reference
Yeah,
from
no,
nearly 20 years ago. Jesus
I don't think you can say that.
Yeah. What was I gonna say?
Link ECU.
Link ECUs are good, aren't they? Can I have one, please? Actually, apparently we can get them relatively sensible prices, can't we? Can we? No, we can't. We can't get them at all. So
We can. We pay retail.
Yeah, you can get one. Retail.
I'm excited about that.
I mean, we should fit one. We will fit one.
Yeah, well.
It's just...
I know, but I feel like it's one of those things
spook
where
money at the moment.
why would you spend that much time, energy, and money making an engine that fucking good and then attaching like
Oh, he had this.
fucking nest to it. It's dumb.
You're literally upsetting me right now.
Look, I know.
I had this conversation
Hang on.
with you.
This is all happening at the same time. I was trying to move into a house.
I don't
that
care
owned.
about them
And,
things.
like you don't realise how much. I certainly didn't realise how many fucking things the moving into a house demands. I think we ended up spending like $7,000 in just fees for things that just arrive and appear and things that come through the paper, through the post, and like, oh yeah, you owe us this fee here for doing this. Oh, you know that fee for this. You know, we were thinking about your house. You owe us £1,000. Oh yeah, you know, we came round and looked at a wall. Yeah, that's £1,200 for doing that. Oh, you know that document that had your address on it? That's nearly £2,000. The deposit. Oh yeah, that's it's all gone. It's all gone.
It's gone.
So then when it came to like doing this, it was on a super tight budget. I say a super tight budget. I don't know. Fucking Gabby knows. But all of the money that was tied up to do stuff was like the ECU got left behind. And
Yeah,
I
mean,
think
it
that
worked.
was
It worked for the.
I think it was stupid.
It will work for this year.
What
That was the thing.
my funny thing was when I was starting my mortgage conversation, I was talking to the guy who was sorting it all out, and he just said, "All this shit, stop paying for that. Stop doing it. If you want a mortgage,
Stop paying.
Stop now.
Send all cars back.
Stop.
Send all.
Stop. He literally just emailed me with like a highlighted thing and just said stop.
Yeah.
I will give you
This.
money for that under tray diffuser you've got up there.
No.
Oh, Dan has picked his moments. Really good.
Nope.
Really.
He won't sell it. I mean, he hasn't used his car since 2018. Teammates,
No,
eh?
I have. It's made it all the way onto a trailer to a mapping session that it then exploded.
Oh
in.
yeah, that's true.
So
That's
it has
true.
moved.
Yeah, it's moved.
In that year.
Yeah, I mean that's just great.
I
isn't
just
it?
think
That's
it's
just
mean.
brilliant.
Those years.
I'm gonna make. I'm gonna say I think it would be the right thing to do to sell that
No.
to Dan because
It's already been cut to fit on a 14, which means it won't fit on an S15.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it
It's-
will. I'll
it's
make it
irrelevant.
fit.
No, it's fine.
I
It's
think
not
I just think it would make more sense.
No.
I think it'd make a lot
It
more
would
sense.
make more sense.
No.
You know,
It's because it looks too good on my car.
Comment underneath this video that Saul should sell his undercar Aero to Dan. 'Cause
Especially when he wants to drop that car off to me shortly to get it.
It will be coming without the bottom bit of the bumper.
Well, it won't be leaving my house fucking fixed then, will it?
Oh, your bill is £8,000.
And it has no engine in there anymore.
Or one undercard.
Or other payment options are available.
Yeah, one undercard.
Like we've got Stripe and PayPal on the thing now. The next one would be
Stripe.
Yeah, Stripe is for card. Well, people used to complain that they couldn't pay with a card, and I was like, "What do you mean you can't pay with a card?"
No, well, PayPal tried to fuck us in the dick
They
hole,
do,
didn't
but
they?
then,
Because
but then
of Brexit.
Stripe are even fucking worse. But Stripe's really frustrating because it if someone pays for something, like we sold all the RC liveries like within 5 minutes. And I was like, "Oh, brilliant."
Again, someone's going to finish my car in an RC version.
Again, someone's going to fit another livery to his car and not use it. Did you use your car with this?
Yeah, it drove onto the trailer
to
go get exploded.
This livery.
This livery. Yeah. It went and got blown up.
Yeah, when it got blown up.
I've done them blow up.
Blowed up.
Fun.
But
it happens.
But yeah, Stripe, it was great. But the problem is, you don't see any of the money arrive. So Stripe keeps it hidden for about a week and a half, and then goes, "Oh yeah, here you go. Oh, you sold like $2,000 worth of things. Yeah,
you've earned all of the interest off it. Now you can have it.
You're not going to see any of it. You won't see any of it. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Thanks. Nice one. We have to now pay for the actual real life liveries and the liveries to be printed, which is actually much higher than.
Our stolen liveries.
Don't. Do we even want to talk about that?
I don't know. I don't mind.
I just there's a section of our livery that bears a passing. I can't even speak. I've had hardly any of the Jamesons. Passing resemblance to another person's 2017 livery. It's just a single piece of.
And to be fair, at the time, I felt bad, and I was like, you know what, we'll change it.
I did, yeah.
And then he was a fucking dick.
It was relatively rude about it.
Yeah, so I was like, nah.
And then this is one of those things, like, ordinarily, I take that sort of thing quite seriously. But then I think the way it was handled just got more and more frustrating. And I got to the same point. I was like,
nah, fuck it.
No, you've dealt with this like an 8-year-old boy. So
I still can't see. I can see the
resemblance.
I mean, like it's probably Stephen Hawking describing it to Stevie Wonder.
I know exactly.
Drawing it.
I know exactly. So this livery is a collaboration of two designers. The designer who did this and the designer who does all of the stuff as well. And at least one of them has taken a generic livery, not a livery pack, a generic
shape off
Google, and then
squished it,
manipulated it, moved it around, changed a few little bits to it, and then just slapped it on, which is, how you make a livery, it's just one of those things.
Otherwise, we're going to have to shout at people who have copied liveries from Need for Speed.
Yeah, I mean, we've...
How many of ours?
We have an entire team.
We've got a whole Russian team.
We've got Russian team.
Our livery.
Russian guy. There's dudes in Australia as well. And you know what? You just I quite like it. Now, years later, I like it. I think
I enjoy it.
I don't mind it at all. At the end of the day, years ago when we would pay a huge amount of money for the liveries, and then we would not get anything back off them because we weren't selling the RC liveries.
It was
pretty lame.
Yeah.
But now I'm hoping that once we've sold more and more of the RC liveries, that we could almost entirely consume the cost of the real life liveries. Almost. I'd like to think that could possibly happen. I think we've got another 20 turning up. On Monday, and then...
So they'll be gone by Monday night.
Well, annoyingly, I told a few people that they were available on Friday, and then...
They've already gone.
Yeah. So, we'll see. But then, we're just going to have... I should have just had Grant make loads of them, but I didn't want to risk it. Stupid, really, because they just sold very quickly.
You're just like, we might not sell them.
I know.
The only things that we ever get tagged in are fucking RC cars or Forza cars of our cars.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's enough people that want them. But then again, you're going to end up...
Yeah.
There's going to be a point at which it gets saturated and nobody wants it anymore.
Well, you think so? Well, anyway, but the point is, the shape in question... originally we were gonna change it, and then the more people we spoke to, and the more people who messaged us about it, And the longer that the conversation went on with the original, well, the designer who claims to own it.
The shape is on Google if you want it, chaps.
Yeah, the shape is available on Google. I don't know how long it's been available on Google for, but I imagine a while. At that point, I thought, no, you've handled this badly, so fuck you.
I like that people think that we design our liveries as well.
Oh yeah, messaged us,
I
tagged
do
us.
not have
Hey,
any design brain whatsoever.
You've done this. No, you know who's designed it. If you want to have a conversation with the designer, message the fucking designer like an adult.
Yeah. But it'd look like a dick if I did it.
Yeah, I'd be well good at drawing dicks down the
dick
side
or
of cars.
arm.
Loads of dick or arms, yeah.
Loads of dicks
Loads
or
of
arms,
veins.
loads of veins, loads of vaginas and
It's
things.
plot twist, they're all dicks.
They're all dicks. They're all dicks. But yeah, anyway, that was really sad. I got a bit sad about that because that was.
What else can we rant about? It's been ages.
Well, the thing is, right,
There's loads to rant about.
I don't know. Well, we've
we've got
fixed
new people
cars.
involved and stuff like that.
Yeah,
We've got positive things. You know, we've got.
I bought battery for my
I've got
car.
to do a
sponsors and
retraction.
things.
I've got to do a retraction.
Oh,
have
you're
you?
retracting things.
Yeah.
Everyone stand by for this.
Yeah,
walk
ages ago I
backwards.
said fucking strokers are small dick energy.
Yeah,
They're not. They're big PP energy.
Oh, is that because you've got a stroker engine?
Yeah, and it's fucking big PP energy.
Oh, I didn't think you had a stroke.
Yeah, hooks, 2.2.
Oh,
It's
wait,
an absolute pirate hooker of a motor now.
Pirate hooker.
but it's not sleeved, is it? It's
No.
not a bigger piston. It's now a longer
No,
stroke.
yeah,
a longer
yeah,
stroke.
longer
Right,
length.
okay.
Is
Are
that
you
I've
off? I
died.
think you're off.
You've
So
killed
you've
me.
got not a bigger dinner plate
you on?
piston.
I can hear you. I've just
can hear
turned it
you.
down a little bit.
Hello? No,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
dead.
you're in. No, you're in.
I can
I'm-
hear him.
Like, Dan.
I
Can
can't
you-
hear myself anymore.
Can you not? I've just
No, I
I
think
just
he has.
turned it
What
down.
are you fucking me for? Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there
I'm
we go.
back.
Oh my God,
Hello.
it's Todd.
Is that not like wildly loud to you?
No, I'm
Yes.
fine. I've got a hoodie on.
So you're now no longer on a dinner plate
I
piston.
am stock liners, so 87mm piston
Okay.
with a 91mm stroke. It's a 2.2 pirate hooker motor from DY because
Nice.
I don't know if anyone's seen photos of when I yeeted a rocker arm to oblivion
Yeah.
and then
that
I
was sad.
yeeted the shim through a piston
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Stuck in it.
fucked everything up in the bottom end. I was like, well,
That was a
okay.
real
So
shame.
how
that.
do you achieve the longer stroke?
With a stroker crank.
A stroke of crank.
So the crank is physically
Longer.
more offset.
Yeah.
Is it
Okay.
physically more
Yeah.
offset?
Different rods.
No, it's got my... This is what I mean by it's a pirate hooker of a motor.
Okay.
HKS pistons,
Yeah.
HKS crank, Carrillo rods,
Mhm.
my head gasket, ARP mains, Maswork head studs, my original head, Tomei cams which weren't bigger, and that's about it. But it's doing
Tell me what, USA, Japan?
Japan obviously. Fuck USA, absolutely in the
Obs fan.
dick hole.
JDM as fuck, bro.
JDM
No,
is
well,
fuck,
USA
bro.
can't make a fucking.
No, I
They
know.
cannot make a cam.
Hilarious.
But that's just my my opinion on that
So
situation.
the crank is a bespoke item.
No, it's HKS. You
What,
just buy it
HKS?
from the shelf.
Right.
You buy a stroker kit.
It's pretty wild.
But
Sounds
I
good.
mean, it's a straight cam that's now doing 490 wheel horsepower.
Whoop.
No, 485 wheel horsepower and like 510 foot-pound of torque.
That's lovely. I mean, it sounds phenomenal.
It's
And it
real fast.
goes real fast.
Yeah, and then I put a get rowdy.
Get gears, get rowdy.
Yeah, I put a 4.6 gear set in it, so
4.6.
it just goes through all the gears very, very quickly.
So, well, I was going to say I've not driven your car since, and
First,
I've
pointless.
I've got a
Sets
CDO,
off in third.
CDO whatever. I've got a Z33 gearbox, and I know how that feels, and I do a lot of setting off in second, and I've got a 4.3.
Yeah, 4.3.
Oh, 4.3.
I've got
sorry,
4.3 Nismo 2-way GT 2-way. Now, so you've got, is it a welder or a
No, it's a CARES two-way.
Oh, CAS
CAS
2-way
two-way.
attached to a 4.6
Six.
that we got from Get Gears Get Rowdy in the USA.
Yeah, but he does.
Well,
Well
He-
shipped
yeah.
worldwide.
Give him a fucking follow. And
I
yeah,
mean,
he shipped it to us fucking fast as well. Like
But he deals with if you want 4.3, 4.6. He does 4.9s.
he does 4.9.
Yeah, 4.9.
Yeah.
Is that the Serena front diff?
Is that
Whatever
setting off
that-
in sixth?
But a 4.9 would work nicely in if
Is
you're
that
running
BM
like a.
boxes?
No, it'd be the worst in a BM box. Your BM box is all the gears
The
are neutral.
shorts. Oh, okay.
They're all neutral
right.
then.
Yeah.
If you're running a RB25 box, it'd be
Right.
nice because an RB25 is a 4.1. Is to be
Yeah,
fair,
yeah,
it'd
fine
be
one.
incredibly short anyway.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing.
I didn't realise BMWs was the other way. I thought it was that they were long.
I thought they were long as well.
No, their diff ratios are like 3.1.
Oh, they are. Yeah, the diff ratios are stupid, aren't they? That's what it is.
I think the only thing that gets me with that 4.6 is that it's got a lot of teeth and it has a very, very small. I want to say
It could
pinion.
break, yeah, but if it was going to break, I think it would have. by
Yeah,
now.
well, I mean, with 500 and
With
some
510 foot
torques.
poons.
Well,
Torques.
hopefully it's good. It's one of those things.
It's all down to the setup, then, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I
all your
suppose.
backlashy stuff. And
Well, that's why I had mine built by Garage. Was it Garage D?
Professional.
It was Garage D, wasn't it?
Oh, I
Because-
built mine in a carport with an impact gun.
yeah, Dan.
I'm sure it's fine.
With his pit vipers on.
With his pit viper.
At night.
Safety glasses.
At night, yeah. I'm sure it's fine. It'll be fine. But
Thought he picked up the engineering blue, but it wasn't.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I'm sure it's fine. It looks like it goes well. I mean, to be fair, I've only seen it at Birmingham Wheels,
So
but
your video in car, your a lot of it was third, and then you did a bit of second, and I think you were just trying to
Yeah.
find where you were at with that layout.
Yeah.
Where are you? On
That layout was the whole thing was third, and I could hook fourth
fourth
on the
on that
back end.
widey bit.
nice.
But I didn't-
And
I
that's
just
the
smashed
thing,
limiter.
because that then puts a track like that, or other tracks for that matter, in a nice
Third,
fourth,
fourth.
third, fourth,
But that's
third,
that's a
fourth
small.
place.
So, like, I don't know if people get the feel from the pictures and what it is. It's a motorbike training centre, isn't it? So it's not
Yeah.
big at all.
No, and it's had like 50 years worth of oil and shit. And
Yeah, I got that impression.
Slippy.
Well, let's just talk about Birmingham Wheels for a second, because there's this big thing about safe Birmingham Wheels and all the rest of it. So there's plans, there's multiple plans I've seen. Some plans that say let's bulldoze it and turn it into houses, or no, turn it into industrial areas, and then someone wants to put a road through it and then move the drifting further round and make it bigger.
Yeah, they want to put
That looks really
yeah.
good. That looks really good.
But what we're really saying is we want Rockingham.
hey,
Yeah, but if there are plans that include the development of the place of the park, because I know
No
it's
one's-
not just the drifting. It's not just there's a lot there. There's like the 4x4
It's just-
bits.
I
there's
don't
the
care
quad
because
thingies.
if they bulldoze it, they have to build a new place for them. So we
Do
get a
they?
new. Yeah, I believe so.
Well, if
so
that's,
save,
if that's
save
part
Birmingham
of it,
Wheels.
don't save Birmingham Wheels. Make them build a new one.
I don't think the hashtag "Don't Save Birmingham Wheels" will catch on.
Well, no. If there's a sensible
It pisses
conversation.
me off that much that we have to. Because years back, you'd look at Birmingham Wheels, go, no. But now we're just
No.
fucking.
Now it's
But
like,
now that's all we've
please,
got.
Sir,
Yeah,
Please don't
but
take
Oliver
the
twisting the
last
fuck
place
out of
away.
it.
just another drift day.
Please
Yeah.
don't take the last place away.
Please.
Who is
Ali-
the fucking dude who's with a bowl of fucking soup in Oliver Twist
Oliver,
anyway?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oliver?
Oliver.
No, Oliver's the good dude going, please, sir.
Yeah.
And the big fat dude's going, what? That dude, who's that?
I don't know.
Derek.
I've never seen it.
We'll call him Derek.
Derek.
I've never seen it.
He's the council.
Or
He's
Reddit.
the council.
He's Reddit for the
Right.
matter. The problem
But
is,
also, the council seemingly has another pot elsewhere that he could have more from.
I
If they
just-
bulldoze
I
it
just
and build
want-
it elsewhere.
I just want a fucking Silverstone
know.
or a Donington car park.
I know
Yeah.
more car park. Hey, people.
Donington car park. would be
Hey,
nice.
guys who seem to have loads of spare time and like to get involved with
Money.
drifting. Money. And also, why don't you just find a car park somewhere?
Just
in
a
the
fucking
Midlands?
car park.
But on that, okay, so on that, as you say, as the joke is, oh please sir, can we have some more drift days? But the more wet tracks
Oh, fuck wet
get
tracks.
wetted, the more people are going to think, oh, wet tracks. So they'll pay for wet tracks, will they?
No.
Yeah, that's
I
the
won't
well,
pay for
uh,
a wet track.
Well, we won't.
Yeah,
But I tell you
people
who
probably
will. The fucking majority of right now,
Straight piped fucking M50
the drifters.
E36 guys.
Yeah, the people who are turning up in the bread and butter, they are, as we were saying the other day, like the ones who are quite happy to just turn a fuck.
Yeah, but they're
It's a
putting
wet
they're
day.
putting the money together. There's
Exactly.
imagine you three go to a drift day, you've
Exactly.
3 tickets,
Yeah.
and then there's 50 other people
Yep.
that are all happy to pay for the wet track day.
Exactly.
It's the worst thing
Exactly.
ever. Because
Mr.
what are they
Mr.
fucking
Organiser.
learning on a wet day?
Yes, I know.
What are they
Well,
learning?
hang
But
fire.
it doesn't matter. The man's earning money.
This
and he's gonna
exactly.
keep doing it.
That's the problem. The problem here is that there is a generation of people who have got into drifting, and they've got into it by going to not learn to drift specifically, because there's lots of learning to drift, and I'm not blaming them, but lots of people have got into it because they've gone to a wet tracks and gone, this is drifting. Let's do a bit of drifting. Oh, done it in the dry. It's a lot faster, and I seem to be generating a lot of smoke. And now they're making me pay for tyres, and I don't know whether I can be arsed with that because the wet side of things, it seemed to be really chilled. I enjoyed it. It was fast enough. I didn't seem to get through any tyres, and everyone seemed happy. I wonder if there's somewhere I can do that. Yes. At this moment in time,
The fucking sea. Go to the sea.
more places than you can do normal drift. Well, that's just not technically true at this point in time. But I reckon, given time. I mean, Teesside. If Teesside have got one noise complaint thing that's at the West Track in the corner, if that thing gets fired up constantly because people keep on fucking doing burnouts past it, they're at some point going to say, well, I'll tell you what, lads, we're going to get...
heard that fucking crane that rolls past in that building next to Teesside?
Have you felt it?
Fuck me.
Have you felt it? So you can feel it in the ground as it moves.
I mean, Teesside will probably forever be there. I think they may lower the noise restrictions, and that's about it. But I don't think they'll have problems with the area in which it's in.
Yeah.
But then again,
They will.
It will have to because Birmingham Wheels is in a fucking scrapyard, basically.
Fucking Driftland's getting noise complaints, and they're in the middle of butt nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember...
and it's lowered into the ground as well.
Buxton, for example.
Lower your track, fam.
Lower your track,
Lower
fam.
your track.
Keep digging, fam.
Keep digging. Buxton, as far as I'm aware, has never received a noise complaint outside of the farmer that lives on the other side of the field.
Yeah, but fuck Buxton.
Because that's in the middle of fucking nowhere. But
Buxton, I'd be like, yeah, let's go. But the pits are just bullshit. What's the fucking point?
that's the thing. What is the fucking point?
Buxton was really fun in that 300 quid MX-5 that me and Harley
Yeah,
bought.
but I bet you could
It
get
was
through the
so
fucking
much
pits
fun.
with it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It
we
was
can't.
so much fun. But, it's 300 quid MX-5, and if we picked it up on the trailer the night before, it never made it off the trailer, even to be checked.
Yeah.
We just bought some steel wheels and tyres off Ali.
It's a
and went
dangerous...
to see if it worked. It was like 10 quid to get in.
Yeah. Well, it was back then, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And then,
10 quid to
and then
get
they made
in.
it 30 quid, but your tyre changes were included.
Free, yeah.
And that was terrible because then all the Beamer guys would turn up with the 60,000 Beamer fucking wheels. They're all fucking awful.
Yeah, but
Chuck 'em in the queue,
they were
and then
all
that was
fucked
it.
They all had
before
1
they
mil
even
on 'em.
started.
They all had 1 mil.
No, the thing is, before they even started the fucking drift day, they just thought, I'm not getting
And then
these
you
tyres
took the
changed.
14 with the VSXXs,
God.
and
And they couldn't change them.
he looked at them and
Can't
just
do
went,
it, mate.
ha.
Can't do it. I'm like, okay, well, I've driven here, so you need to fucking do it, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, if I can do it, and I can do it
With
without...
a can of fucking
No, it
hairspray.
frustrates me. Like Jamie's wheels, especially. Like, I get it, you've got to rush through them, but fuck me, a pair of my rears are damaged from a wheel tire machine, and all 4 of hers are fucking damaged from a tire machine.
Yeah.
Take a bit more care. They're not fucking rotors.
No,
No, but they don't care. They don't care. It's not their wheel. They don't care.
I know, but they kind of should do. I've never had... the VSXXs I did kind of treat... I had to. When I got them, I had to be like, look, I'm going to fuck these up. And I love the way they look, but I had to be committed and just say, look, they're going to get fucked up. And I never really noticed anyone doing any damage to them. I remember Buxton really struggling with them, and I remember seeing the guy hanging in the dish with the fucking tyre lever and thinking like, wow, that's like £1,000 of one wheel, and this dude is just hanging off the lip with a tyre fucking lever. Thinking, oh, this is horrible. But yeah, I mean,
What else can we rant about? What else has happened?
should we have a look and see?
Jamie,
do you want to just make sure that's still recording?
Let's have ganders at what people have asked us.
What are we on now? We're at 1 hour 17. So let's start moving. Yeah,
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
Phil's Lambo. Oh,
Phil's Lambo. What?
It's not recording.
It's what? Are you kidding me?
home screen. Nice.
1 hour 17.
1 hour 17. Just press.
So press record again, and they can just put a picture of Dan on his horse in the gap.
Yeah, that'll do.
Or just
I'm
put
on a
loads of
horse.
silent looped drifting.
Is it
from-
because you're trying to...
Yeah, there's loads.
there's
I've got
iCloud
fucking
as
iCloud,
well,
isn't it?
That looks good. So good, doesn't it? That's the bit where he goes...
Hang on. Oh god, I've clicked on something terrible.
Phil and a Lambo.
Let's have a look. I put it on Do Not Disturb.
Dinnerstub.
DND.
Dinner-
Okay, so here we go. Here are questions. Wow. Responses. See all. Holy shit. Should we start at the very beginning? Oh, crying out loud. Let's.
Dan's already stressed about...
Is it recording? Oh, great.
Yeah?
Okay, so Rinse Your Rizzlers on Instagram. Are you entering any comps this year or next year? That question's for Daniel.
I'd like to. Money side of it.
Didn't you said you were going?
I was meant to be
though,
doing. I wanted to do next weekend for Three Sisters. It's just
too expensive.
Money's fucked it, like for me. At the
we've
moment.
got the thing on the 10th as well, which is kind of.
I'd like to compete, but it's just fucking. Like I say, tyre prices have gone up a lot, and even though we get good fucking deals on them, it's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
Plus your fucking fuel and shit. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe if you want to pay for it, mate, I'll go.
I would like to. I'd like to eventually experience it. I know we've talked about it.
Well, in
before
2028 when you actually
maybe
start
2030,
2030 when you turn the car over. Cool.
Jesus Christ. Childish
Gambino.
alter ego. COVID price bubble, will it pop? Yeah, I imagine it probably will.
No, it
I
won't
don't think
pop.
it will.
I imagine
It won't
it probably
pop.
will. I reckon it will.
No, the
won't
climb.
Pop. It won't pop. It'll just be like a sort of.
It won't.
Queef.
It won't. It's fucking bullshit.
Gentle.
No, I don't. I think it will.
depression.
But when you
It'll
look
stop
when you look
climbing.
outside, don't look at the price of what it. Just look at it as an old fucking Nissan and go nail it on the limmy everywhere.
Yeah, please God, still be able to do that.
Just fucking do that, because people who are taking so much care of them because they're looking at them as an investment instead of something fun, which we are meant to be.
There's a lot of show car S bodies now.
There's just a lot of people have
show
cancelled
car
their
S bodies.
finance on their Volkswagens
Yeah.
and went and bought fucking...
There's a lot of lads
S-bodies.
who have bought, like that lad with the red S15 who bought that S15, and it like the advert for it was like, oh yeah, I rebuilt the engine out of used parts. Oh yeah, I'll buy that. For how much was it? Like 12,
spendy.
13, 40
No,
grand,
the funniest
something
part about that
stupid.
is it went up for 12 grand. Someone eventually bought it.
Yeah.
It got crashed
Right.
and sold at auction for 14.
Yeah.
Right.
Crashed. And it
Crashed.
was a Spec S converted as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brilliant.
I mean, it
welcome to
wasn't
2022.
It wasn't even badly damaged, really.
What?
Do you know what?
It didn't need to
The
be
one
rebuilt.
American that's listening to this is like, what? A fucking S15 for 14
14
grand?
grand.
You mental?
I'll take 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so Big Alf, why have you stolen a livery? Well,
we went over this, Al,
we've covered that, Alf. We've covered it. I should read these at first.
because we can.
The UK import buys amazing Japanese drift cars, puts them on air, and makes them stance
We kind of went
2K21.
there as well.
Yeah, we did. That was InstaBoost. Yeah, good point.
But
I mean,
to be,
yeah.
it is true. Like,
Yeah,
there's a
fuck
lot of
air
show
ride.
cars that are happening. I think, years gone by, there was probably 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And
It's
now
fiberglass
there's
body kits,
fucking
man, let them
loads.
smash.
I know. But, I mean, we're still stuck in the time where they cost $2 grand to buy, and they're worth more in fun than they are as a...
No, but that's the thing. I still look at my
Appreciating
car
asset.
and think how much it'd sell for or break for, and I still think, no,
Yeah, but
destroy
now
it all.
You can now no longer probably sell your S15 and buy a PS. Now that's the problem.
No, I could. Easy.
Do you think?
Yeah, easy.
Oh, well, though, America land
What
now,
do you reckon?
that's-
And have change. This is the thing.
I reckon I would.
PSs have gone up, but I feel
Yeah,
like
a
they've
lot.
kind of plateaued. They haven't moved
I
a
think
great
it's
deal.
finding them. That's the thing. Ones that you want.
Finding the ones that you want. It was that Lewis, what's his name, guy who had one recently. I quite like the look of that. Did that sell? Has
Yeah,
he
but
sold
it's like
that?
22 grand.
Is it 22 bags for that?
Yeah.
Fuck me. I thought it was 12. Yeah, what planet are we living on?
Yeah.
Okay. AAMARANTHNW. Just have a normal fucking Instagram name, one that you can fucking read out. It says,
Am I right?
Can we? Is that? Am I right?
I don't know.
It says, can we get Alex to say, you've got a van, mate, one more time? I've got a van, mate. There you go.
You don't have a van anymore.
I don't even have a van anymore.
I've got a
I
van,
don't. I don't
mate.
have any van anymore.
I've
You've
got a van, mate.
You've got a van.
You've
still.
got. Dan's got a van.
Haven't you got
Yeah.
2?
No, I
he's
just
got
got one.
Got
I want to buy another one. If anyone's selling a really fucking cheap Iveco
Yeah, but-
daily twin wheel, I'm keen. Also, if anyone's selling a KXF cylinder head 250, I'm keen.
Really,
Bike
you fucked
did as
that
well.
Fuck the bike, yeah.
how-
Dirt
how-
bikes are the future, people.
How
Dirt
they're
bikes are
not.
the
How have you
future.
fucked the bike? And
The
then,
amount of engines that we go through and
Because
bikes need
I like the
rebuilding-
Limmy.
Bikes need
days.
rebuilding in hours, not in
open your
usage.
stupid fucking phone that turns itself off after 30 fucking seconds.
I mean, it's been looking at your face for too long, and now it don't like you.
All right. Okay, so next one. Blah, 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 blah. There's a lot here that I need to not read. Do's and don'ts for a happy SR20 life. Okay, do's. Let's do do's first.
Buy an engine from DY.
Send it to
Send
yeah.
it to DY.
Then get it mapped by Martin.
Like
get it-
buy a car. I would if I was in the market and I was
now.
buying an S14
Yeah.
and it was pretty much stock, I would probably the first, maybe second thing I'd do is take the fucking engine out
Well,
and
you've
send
got-
it to Dave.
you- what?
Just because fuck
I've
doing
gone
anything
weird again.
else.
Wait there. You've got.
Is it in?
You're in. I can hear you.
I can hear you.
You
Yeah.
hear me? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it is.
I don't
yeah,
know.
It's
It's
fine.
going fucking weird. You've got to remember, like the last SR20 engine to be built was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And people are looking
They're
at
tired.
and people are just like putting a HDev chip on it, screaming it, and then it blows, and they're giving it a shocked Pikachu face. Stop being shocked. It's 20 years old.
Yeah, they've had a real hard
Even if
life.
you're finding ones that are not modified, that are autos, they're still
still
20
old.
plus year old.
Them piston rings have still been in there for 20
crusty.
years.
They're tired as fuck.
Yeah.
And they
Probably
the
not been
bearings are
changed
fucked.
properly. You
The
know, the
pump
oil's
is
probably
fucked.
haven't been done.
Yeah.
Build it.
Build it right.
It's getting to that point now where
Get yourself a
engines
Link
don't
ECU.
exist that you can just buy and stick in. You
No,
have
and
to
then
rebuild them.
Even buying a piece of shit engine that you're gonna rebuild is like $2,000.
Yeah.
And that is super depressing.
I mean,
so do's, preventative maintenance, don'ts. Do's. Number one do is buy yourself an AFR gauge, a good one, and have it calibrated regularly,
Well, just
and
hold
keep
it
it
in the
somewhere
air.
sensible. Well, whatever the fuck you need to do to, because that is the sort of thing where, again, surprise Pikachu face. You fit your AFR gauge, you go and do some fucking limmy bashing, and you're like, oh, look at that.
Vac line falls
Oh,
off
look
the
at
back
that.
of your inlet.
It's fucking
And you still
lean
do
as
five,
fuck.
five hot laps because your Niz-tune board's like, fam, let's go.
Don'ts. Don't
Fit a HDev chip.
don't bother with Niz-tune anymore. Though all those ECUs are about fucking 20 years old. Don't
trust Nissan stock coil packs.
Yeah, fuck them off. Just go for the VAG.
Go for
coil
VAG
packs. I mean,
ones.
fucking hell. There's, that's the sort of thing like, oh, but why? What's the point? A couple of revolutions of no spark is enough to send your crappy $2,000 engine into being a 15p engine, let alone anything else you spent on the fucking thing.
How much do 2Js cost now? Or 1Js?
Not
Are
interested.
they mad money? No, I'm
Maybe.
just saying,
Who
like,
cares?
then are they?
Yeah, they are mad
I'm
money,
sure that like a 2 or 3 years ago, you could buy like a 1 or 2J for
the price
now
of it.
SR
yeah,
money.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
insane.
well that leads us on to the next question, which is low origin strictly S chassis and SR20, or is it a mad coincidence? It's kind of a mad coincidence,
Yeah,
but
it's not.
I don't think we specifically did that on purpose.
No.
What we specifically will not be doing is anything that's V8 related or...
I mean, my dream car's a JZX81. I really want one.
Yeah, mine's a 90 Mark II.
So, to answer your question, it's just a
I
thing.
don't know
It's
what
just a
I would
thing.
have if I was having a street car now. I don't know what I'd
Maybe one
actually
that
have.
starts.
One that works.
One
no,
that
that
starts.
will start. That
Hey,
will start.
my 300ZX, which is just here.
Yeah, I do. I would. Do you know what I would like? A 300, the Z31.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I think there's a
I
couple
saw a really
nice-
modified
okay.
ones. I think they're a good
I
looking
saw
car.
a really nice silver one.
But I
the
think
other
like
day.
this
Yeah.
is still, it's a classic, but it's not yet like the Z31. That's it's a complete. That's like a moderner
The problem
classic.
with the problem with the Z32 is they're primarily owned by proper weird people. Like I can count on one. In fact, I know of 2 people and I've owned this for like a long
million
fucking
years,
time.
yeah.
In that time, I've met like 2 people
That are
who I
normal.
would say were normal. I've met probably
Do you remember-
100 odd people.
Do you remember
with them.
the power day that was next door at the old unit?
the
in
yellow
Warrington?
guy.
Oh my god! So
The
this
yellow
guy
car,
turned up,
he had
and it was
this-
a yellow 300ZX. It had Veilside kit, matched kind of your skirts, but the full kit
Yeah.
had Lexus lights. The bonnet was ridiculous, but it had
Sky
importantly
high.
a built engine with 2 2871Rs. It
Yeah.
made like I think it was like just under 700 brake, and it was wild fast.
Yeah.
The dude was the strangest man in the world, but his car, take all the shit off it and
Yeah.
just put 99 spec bumper,
Yep.
maybe some skirts,
Some
and
nice
it is-
wheels that fitted, for fuck's sake. What is it with like? I could spend a long time ranting about 300X owners. They're so fucking weird. Even the best page on Instagram for 300ZXs is owned by someone. Well, not owned by. He's not peculiar, but just. I don't know.
being very judgy, Alex.
People who unironically fit Veilside kits because they think they look fucking cool, or they have terrible fitting wheels and think they look. Anyway,
I think
is it-
we're coming full
are
circle.
we
We are
strictly-
coming full circle now with Veilside kits and stuff like that. They're
Yeah, but
becoming.
ironically, I mean, look at it. It looks fucking
No, I
stupid.
don't think
it looks like
ironically.
a melted cheese
No.
sandwich that's been wiped down the side of the car. It looks fucking shite, but because it looks fucking shite, I like it. Anyway, Gardner 1611. I didn't read that. That's the last person. Charles Darcy asked, "Is low origin strictly S chassis and SR20s?"
If we had a choice,
we
no.
kind of are sort of, but it is a kind of mad coincidence.
They just drive really well and they work.
Yeah,
sometimes.
so they work really well. Did you hear what he just said?
60% of
When
the
you
time they work.
Gardner
if you follow the
1611.
do's that we've learned, they work.
Gardner 1611. How much did it cost for the builds total? I mean, are you kidding me? You want no? No.
Our wives watch this.
wanting to get into comp drifting, and I'm curious about build costs. Oh, right, okay. Well, look,
100 grand.
It's a very different. Like for me, because I was last competing probably seriously nearly 8-9 years ago. There's a very different cost involved in doing it now.
We can stop it right there. If you want to compete, your weekend's going to cost you £1,000 without the car.
Without the
car.
So
if you're buying a car, you want to probably end up with let's take an S chassis for example. You're going to spend 12 grand on a standard-ish with some modifications, 14.
Oh, so depressing.
You're then going to want to be competitive. You're going to want V8, 2J, a Toyota motor.
No, you're fucking not.
Not necessarily. No, I'm just saying to fit in. You're going to are you going to want to put the radiator? So you're probably going to want $5 grand in fabrication. You're going to want 15 grand in your engine. You've then got miscellaneous parts around the car that then are going to cost you probably another $5 grand. Then you're going to want to spend
tires,
paint, tires,
livery.
You're going to be 60 grand, 70 grand in.
Yeah.
Then you've got to get a ticket. This is before you've done any practice.
Hey! But you're lucky because if you're in the UK, I don't know if you are in the UK, but if you're in the UK, there's at least 12, maybe 14 competitions.
But you've got to do practice first, so you've got to do.
Yeah, that's qualifying.
You should do practice first.
Yeah, but we can't. We've been over this. We can't.
But can you go and do a competition at Three Sisters if you don't do the beginner day?
Nope.
So you got to go do at least 2 beginner days at Three Sisters with your 70 grand car that you can't drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you can do it cheaper, but it's just
two 80 quid tickets at Three Sisters.
Yeah.
Then your £1,000 weekend to drive.
What we're basically saying is, if you want to get into drifting because it's fun, not because you want to compete.
Because you want to compete.
No.
Just do it.
No,
because
but
it's fun.
Imagine you spend 70 grand and you don't like it.
Imagine you spend 70 grand and you don't.
No, but that's if your whole aspiration was this is sick. I like watching and I'm good at.
Just watch it. Just watch
it. And
YouTube
I want to get involved and I want to go and do competitions.
Yeah.
But you haven't driven.
But isn't it weird how at this moment in time, given that there are so many competitions, and this is still recording, there's so many competitions out there at the moment, and that drift days have become quite relatively few and far between. That people are now asking, how much does it cost to get involved in drifting?
Too expensive.
And specifically the word comp.
If you need to start with 100 grand, don't you? Let's be honest.
You need to start with 100 grand. Hey, houses that no one can afford. Let's.
If you want to do it cheap, go.
You're not going to win, so what's the point?
No.
Competing?
Fuck comps out altogether. And go buy your friend's air defenders and buy a 350Z.
Yeah.
Pay to have your friend's ears
because they're
removed.
a cheap, newish
Look,
car.
that is a realistic. If I was getting into drifting at this moment in time, I would definitely be getting a 350Z. I'd be getting Harley's kicks. I think it looks fucking sick.
Yeah.
I'd be getting Harley's Kenzai fucking wheels, and I would just be sending it as is.
And
I probably wouldn't even do
engine swaps really well because there's so much room in there.
There's loads of space, and everything's Nissan-y. The problem with 350s is that they seem to rot faster than any other Nissan,
really
which is surprising because we all own S-bodies. So that's a big deal of saying that.
That's a new. I class that as a new car.
When you've got someone
it's rotten as fuck
selling a 1991 PS13 that they've welded their tubs in.
Yeah.
It may look clean above. They've done bits and it's up at 20 grand. Or you find a clean, stockish fucking 350 that's at 5
that's a good
grand.
point. That
That's not had someone
fucking around
on
with
it
it.
for years.
I get it may be rusty, but
you then can start from scratch and work it out. Yeah.
Okay, next one from Morsey2K5. He lives in Macclesfield. Why has the JDM car market and parts gone up absolutely stupid?
People are crack whores.
Yeah, we've kind of covered it, but there's a million different variables in this.
People are selling the VWs, the buying S bodies, the turning into
it's
show
not
cars.
just JDM.
America
It's
can
not
buy them.
just JDM cars though. Everything's gone up.
Vans are more expensive.
Everything has gone up in price.
Okay, next question. Jeek Dory off of Instagram. How your cars are solo but don't scrub on the top of your wheels, front and back.
They do.
Struts.
Because we're clever.
They don't. You just cut. There's lots of cutting things. One of these days,
what you have
I'll
to do is
probably
you have to
show
message us. You have to message us
privately,
and then ask Dan for a price list of what needs to be done.
and then we'll show you all the terribly illegal and dangerous things we've done to our cars.
Illegal.
Well, your car's no longer dangerous.
They are for some. They are for some competitions.
Alex, your car is now fucking beautiful.
It is. Yeah.
Doesn't flex
at the front.
Doesn't have.
It drives totally
traction.
different now.
Yeah, it does.
He thought it was because of the knuckles. I think it's because the front end was floppy.
I know. This is the thing.
It doesn't have active flex.
So much had changed to do on that drift day, and I drove it, and I was like, this feels like every drift car I've ever wanted to own. And I couldn't put it down to any one thing. And when Jono was doing the filming, we did like 20 takes of me saying, yeah, it was the this or it was the that. And then I was like, no, we can't do that because then it just sounds like it was just that. I was like, it's basically everything. It's having done everything in one go. And I think that was definitely the way to do it.
That can be a terrible way of doing things.
You're
Because
right.
I know, like, I've
then have
done
to
a lot
relearn
in the
how
past
to drive it.
because I'm going to have a terrible time with that.
Yeah,
I know I am. It's going to be a lot of solo driving for a bit because I'm just not going to have a fucking
You get
clue
2
what's
laps
going
on solo driving and the rest is
no,
on the door.
No,
and then we chase you down until you crash.
What's going to happen is what always happens is I go, just give us a bit for 2 laps.
And then we don't.
And it's going to be one run round and the next one is going to be initiating underneath.
Straight crashing.
Yeah.
But it's the way shit is.
Hey, at least someone's taking photos of it. That's all that matters. John O'More, who is our videographer and the brains behind everything good on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much, Jono. The future of UK drift events.
Dead. 10 years dead.
I think it's important.
Strio, Jono. It's Strio. It's all Strio.
No, but realistically, somebody needs to do something. And I'm sure there's going to be someone out there going, there's a gap in the market here.
No, the only people who are actually actively doing it is Driftland. Everyone else cares about comps, and that's fucking annoying.
Driftland, they've cornered the market, and if they can now bring something else...
It's a corner that's like 8 hours away from everyone.
Hey, BDC, do more practice days.
Imagine
just
if
do
the
more
BDC,
just do media days. I don't care.
Did
Mac,
he done one and it went well.
Bring licensing days back.
No, I don't care about
I
licensing
think it's
days.
calling it a licensing. If BDC just did BDC events.
Just do BDE events.
No,
BDE. Oh my God, Big
Dick
Energy.
Yeah,
fuck it. Do
Mac,
BD Energies.
Yeah, but if they do licensing days, but don't strictly just have a drift day.
Yeah.
And then have Mac and his mans sat there going, they're pretty good. They've done some good driving. Why don't we have a speak to them in the pits? Find out where they're at.
I like.
Do you want to come along and have a go at competing?
The problem is people who are like me when I got my pro license, a bit ignorant, and then I got set. They said, because I did my semi-pro license and I got that and I was like, right, sick. I'm going to plan on doing the year in semi-pro, and then I went back to just do a quick shakedown in the car, and I went back to do at the time all I could do, which was a BDC licensing day at Silverstone, and then they handed me a pro license.
See,
and and then I was like, oh, this is brilliant, great.
Yeah, but back then it was kind of like cut knuckles and road tyres.
Yeah, back then it was fine. Okay, next one is from Angus Bentley, who's done some films for us in the past. I probably can't read this one out. American Smooth Brains. American Smooth Brains attitude
instantly.
on copying liveries.
Backtrack.
Yeah, we've covered that. Long live jet ski. When is Saul going Millennium Jade? I mean,
when you're painting it jet ski.
It's been a long time. Yeah, I mean, one day. I imagine it'll happen.
Imagine that car.
Jet ski's done loads.
You haven't got any canards. You haven't got any under things. You've got none of it.
If it goes any other colour ever, I'd be turning it into a road car and it going silver. But that's only when it's no longer MOT compliant.
Not Millennium Jade.
It's not MOT compliant now.
No one.
Do you mean once we don't have
can drive on the street without MOTs? It's 40 plus years old.
Oh yeah, we will probably get to that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so jet ski's also done another one. M57 330Ds and straight pipes are fucking kings.
Gross. They smell gross.
They smell gross.
Sound gross.
They sound gross. They look gross.
And I can't believe out of all them fucking cars, he's bringing that thing to a fucking drift day. Fixie E30 jet ski.
Yep. Right, we've got loads to get through here. Josja has asked a very good question. Which competition in the UK Drift Series is best and why? Like, pick anything and make a case for it. No. Do you know what? We haven't got 25 hours.
No.
But
the problem is whatever we say would upset someone.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to pick one.
We're friends with
all of them.
We're friends with all of them that run all the competitions.
Yeah.
So
they're all equally good.
We can make jokes.
But if you want to compete in the one that doesn't have Dwayne McKeever in, because you may stand a chance.
Yeah.
Do you want to win, or do you just want loads of second place medals?
Yeah. Ring up for a ticket and say, is Dwayne going to be there?
Yeah. Basically, if they hype Dwayne's going to be there, don't go.
Super Secret Garage from the US has asked, what top 3 ways can you keep an SR20 engine healthy and reliable in a drift car? Now, we've kind of already gone over this.
Well, let's go down first. Top 3
but
ways.
they don't have a lot of SR20s. They've got a load of KA24s.
It all comes down to your tune. It's literally the be-all and end-all. Stop putting really hard rev limiters on them because they fucking hate it. So your hard cut cannot be that hard. That's where you get so many Americans saying, they blow rockers all the time. No, your limiter does that. because your tuner's just gone too hard on it.
Yeah.
If your engine's kind of stock, take quite a bit, like, don't put much ignition in it at the top end, the tuner at the top end.
Yeah.
Because you'll just end up yeeting it again. And then it's just standard maintenance shit, man.
Heat.
Heat management, decent oils, decent coolant, and you're cool. That's it.
Yeah.
Realistically.
They're not complex, are they?
No.
People have done a lot of
basically,
wrong shit over
yeah,
the
the
years.
be-all and end-all.
It's much easier to get everything wrong. I think that's the thing, isn't it?
It's all down to, like, I've watched a lot of Americans tune SRs, and I mean, I can't say I know how to tune a fucking car. I don't. I really don't. I kind of get it, but yeah, dialed up back the limiter.
Yeah.
Actually put some fucking headphones on and listen to the thing. Don't rely on your shitty knock sensor, and because it's shit.
Yeah,
It's
SR
old.
knock sensors are crap, aren't
Actually put some ears to the inlet and listen to it when you're tuning it, and you'll know what's going on, and then you won't get a shock Pikachu face when fucking Rod 3's hanging sideways.
Or you do a compression test
But
afterwards,
it's
and
simple things
one
like-
of them's at like 7.
I never knew how to properly bleed an SR coolant system. Like, really, I didn't. And
Ask
I've done
anyone
it
on
for
the
fucking
internet, they
years.
don't
Yeah,
either.
But you know,
They'll tell you to jack it up. Wrong.
I always thought that bleed screw on the top fucking neck hose is the
Wrong.
top boy. Isn't. Fucking take your heat matrix hose off. Fill
Yeah.
from there.
Fill it from your heat matrix
Till it pours
hose.
out. Done.
Done.
That's so
Fixed.
much more convenient. It's so convenient
so
to do it that
simple,
way.
yeah.
I mean, Dan, you've got a heat matrix at the moment, haven't you?
No.
Nope.
Oh, Dan's got no heat matrix. Okay.
Okay, so there you go. There's at least 3 in there.
Get Dan. Get DY. Get Martin.
Luca _ Fushini. Drift scene in UK.
Terrible.
Dead.
Dead.
Yep.
Wise Fabby.
We're coming over to Europe, don't we?
There's some that I need to not read. Coroworks, our most recent sponsor and supplier of really cool.
Literally, go check the website out for cool shit.
Just go and check them out.
So if you think your SR
just-
looks shit,
yeah.
they will give you stuff that make it look cool.
really
Very
cool,
shiny.
loads and loads of little bits of cool.
And they send
stuff.
stuff in popcorn.
They did. Oh, and they're wrap snacks as well.
Yeah.
Shout out wrap
Wrap
snacks.
snacks.
Can't get them in the UK, and my God, they taste amazing. Anyway, Coroworks have said, kill, fuck, marry a hot dog, burger, and burrito. Choose wisely.
I'm going to have to kill a hot dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What's
It
wrong with a hot
depends.
dog?
Well,
Depends
this
what
is
sort-
my opinion.
Alright,
This is my
alright,
opinion.
okay.
So
Alright.
I'm going to have to kill a hot dog. I'm going to have to fuck a burrito. I'm going to have to marry a burger.
I think I'd fuck a burrito as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's-
I'd fuck the
it's
burrito.
good. It's good at the time, innit? It's good at the time, but
What the fuck are we doing? There you go.
I've seen some
we'd
tacos that
we'd all
fucking
fuck a burrito.
Sebastian.
Would I marry a burger? I think I'd marry.
You'd have to marry a burger.
And I think you're right. I'm not. But
You'd
anyway,
have to. You couldn't marry a hot dog. There's only
No.
so many things you can put on a hot dog.
Nathan Literary.
Yeah, great. Yep.
Nathan Literary. Yeah, Instagram. All of the low origins at Matsuri's ? Smiling face.
Don't know.
Don't ask me.
Maybe
Maybe. Probably. Hopefully.
Lots of-
Like we've covered it earlier. We've got 14 seconds to buy a ticket. So
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, well, it just depends on how my house purchase goes. If it gets
Saule
longed
ain't
out,
there. No,
if it gets
Saule
longed
ain't
out
there.
in searches, then I've got no chance because
Saule
I
is
can't
not there.
afford to spend any money that's not going to be questioned by mortgage people.
Yeah.
No, well-
That's really the truth. That's it. The boring, miserable truth.
We'll,
I'm trying to buy a house
we'll
and I
just pull it
can't.
down to 3 out of 4 cars will be there probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And I can't read any more of those. So.
They're literally non-readable.
No more readable. Yeah, that's.
I mean, Rusty Britain can reveal I'm the newest member, but 10 years behind with just yellow and no livery.
No.
You're going to sell your car, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you're going to sell it.
Whatever
and then,
you, whatever you build, you'll
Just
sell.
sell.
immediately.
so if you can tell us
never-
who our new teammate will be soon, that'd be cool.
This is the thing with this. I love the cars that he makes, but I can't.
His 15 was
feel-
fucking great.
I can't feel
Oh, it's
excited
beautiful.
about any of them anymore because every time it's like, oh, look at this, I built this. I don't fucking care, mate, because you ain't gonna fucking drive it anyway. You're gonna do anything with it, and you're just gonna sell it immediately. That is the cold, hard,
Yep.
honest truth.
Yep.
And I love you as a man who makes cool cars. Stop scrolling Facebook. It's like a
Trying to find
disease.
the guy's name.
It's it's a disease. Roy Britton.
No.
Anyway, how long have we been fucking recording for? It feels like about 1,000 hours.
It does, yeah.
We've been recording for 1 hour and 43, which is kind of like a nice. I think
Yeah,
I think a
around
lot of
it
the
up
ones that we
there.
do around there.
Jake, the thing is that Jake Crouch owns Rusty Britain's 15 now.
Oh, does he?
Drives it
Oh, that's pretty
fucking
cool.
really well.
Oh, does he? Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Why have I not seen anything? Where's he going? Is it because nobody's going anywhere? Wait, where's
Probably.
that? Well, look, he was driving somewhere
That was
cool.
Japan. That's just a video.
Oh, that's
from
Japan.
Japanland. It's got a 350 as well.
We've not really mentioned that Jamie's joined Low Origin. We should probably mention that. Hey, Jamie. Jamie's in Low Origin now. She's got a cool.
She's
cool
got the most
aesthetic.
reliable car.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's really nice. Oh, is he painted? Wait, is that it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's Phil's S15. No, it's not.
No, it isn't.
I'm lying. I thought it was an old picture.
There it is.
Hey, we've got one audience to fucking talk to. Stop looking at Facebook.
Sorry, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I guess that's probably it. We now have 4 members of Low Origin, and again back to 4 again.
And then
PS13 people apply within.
Well, we need.
no, I can't deal with that.
We can't have any more.
I mean, why are we not getting the cool? Well, I know why we're not getting the cool. We're no longer getting cool cars in the UK anymore, either, are we? Or Europe. We're not getting the new 400Z. We're not getting that Bronco. We're not getting anything that's cool anymore because of the emissions
thing. Yeah, but let's face it, I have no interest in buying anything new. I wouldn't buy. I think the next car I'll buy will probably be something that's electric that can do more than 400 miles.
I just want to buy a van.
Then I'd be
No. I'm only
electric
in.
van. Electric van, 400 miles plus range.
No.
I'm only in when it tows.
I want a big van.
Kills.
Oh yeah.
The towing kills because I was really keen on a Model X instead of my Jeep, but you do one YouTube video of one towing, and they do a decent enough mileage. You know, if you need to go to London and back, you can almost get away with it because you're going to stop for half an hour to get food or a wee, so you're going to plug it in. So you're going to get.
So you have to plug it. You have to plug it in.
Well, you're not going to fucking pull it up on a charge mat, are you? Which should be an amazing idea. Like a what's that?
I don't know. I don't know enough about.
But yeah,
them.
no, you plug it in. But you're gonna go. You know, if you're driving from Manchester to London, you're probably gonna have to stop to do a food or a wee.
Yeah.
So you're gonna then just pull up in a parking space, plug it in. So then you're gonna get some range back.
Yeah.
On a supercharger, in the time in which it takes to do wee, coffee, and maybe a sandwich.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you watch any of those videos of them towing, there's a guy who specifically tows. It's ridiculous. The 400-ish range goes to like 100.
Wow.
Like it's not like half. It's worse than half.
It doesn't sound like it's usable.
Really.
No.
Well,
unless you're towing a generator.
I was tempted when I was looking at the truck. I was tempted at getting
fucking hydrogen's the way.
No, they're called 200NX. Not 200NX. What are they called? The vans. The Nissan
N200.
N200.
The worst van.
Yeah, it's a worst van ever. But it was cheap. There was loads of what's it called? Government payment things, incentives and stuff. And it was fucking super cheap. And it was like,
but even with with diesel engines or petrol engines, they are the worst vans in the world.
Agreed. But the cost or the using it would barely make like 180 miles on a charge.
They work perfectly as town.
I can't do that. Yeah, they work
towny. You know,
who needs a town van though?
I don't know.
Well, London it works perfectly.
But if you're a courier and you're doing, because like let's face it, if you're driving constantly in the centre of London, how are you not exceeding that mileage? If you wake up at 9 a.m. and you drive until
everywhere is only 2 miles
hold
away.
On, I was keen for cutting this fucking podcast down.
All right, fuck it.
Everything was
sorry.
But yeah, electric. Yeah, hydrogen is the way. People need to get.
We've covered literally nothing in this podcast, but covered everything.
I think we have. All right, let's turn my mic off high. I think we've covered a lot. I can't think of anything that we haven't covered really.
No.
There's nothing.
Well, then there is something we haven't covered, but we're not going to cover.
We're not going to cover it.
No.
So yeah, I think that was pretty good. It's a good catch up for real life podcast. I want to do these again more often than we have been doing.
Probably that's all the footage you're going to get.
We would like to invite more people onto these things. So if you'd like to see specific people on the podcast, let us know.
People that won't get upset if we bully them.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Well, I mean,
bullying
in
real life is much easier than
if you say it over a video.
Nicer.
Has more. We're very like polite.
You can't say bullying because it sounds like we're being serious.
No, I know.
We don't intend. We don't. I'm going to just shut the fuck up now.
Yeah. Good night. Goodbye. Good morning.
That was Low Origin Podcast 23. If you've listened this far,
thank you very much.
You win absolutely nothing. Go over to the store and type in YouTube, and it'll get you 10% off. That's actually true. Please don't do that. We can't afford it. And we'll see you on the next Low Origin podcast, which will probably be in like a month or so.
Well, probably we could do one at Driftland.
We could do one at Driftland. Yeah, that's on the 10th, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that we do like on the Thursday night.
Yeah.
We'd sit in your van and do some drinking, do some chilling out.
Yeah, I'll have an apple juice.
Have an apple juice.
You're not drinking?
I am, yeah, but I just...
I mean, other than that, I haven't drank for a while.
Just is what it is, isn't it?
Oh, Gabby passed a trailer test.
She did.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
3 minors. She did really well.
You can't say a fucking word. We're on camera. And so I'm really proud of her.
She joins the people who have got.
She joins the great swathes of qualified trailer people.
Yeah.
She also.
I'll just tell you, half the people in here have trailer licenses, half the people don't.
Jamie, you have not passed your
I can't
trailer.
believe, as an HGV driver, that's disgraceful. As an HGV driver, that is disgrace. Anyway, she also bakes. Gabby baked some really nice cookies today. I'm really proud of you, Gabby. Well done. You'll never watch this in a million fucking years. But anyway, bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Watch it now. It'll fucking cut out again. Or this won't have fucking recorded. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.